Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hi, we're back.
Hi.
And don't mind me, I'm going to be dodging the light. I have my blinds closed, but this is
X-Ray just started the stream. I think the way it's going to continue. Hi!
Yeah.
Just
Sorry,
immediately
I
starts dying.
I've been
She's sick.
smoking 6 packs of cigarettes a day for the last Vegas, and this is where we are.
She's going for that like sexy raspy voice.
It's not even sexy, which is the worst part.
You know, you're like Phoebe when she gets sick on Friends, and then she's like, "I sound hot when I sing. I want to be sick again." Remember that episode?
Yes,
That's you right now.
You
It's
like
fine.
purposely get sick.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh my gosh.
that is my life now.
We are back. It feels weird because in like the basically 2 years, we missed like maybe one stream.
I know.
So it threw it literally threw me off. I was like a week ahead of schedule and everything. I'm like, wait a minute, we're still in April. It's not May yet. Like I was so off from missing Saucy.
You
last
order
week.
your entire life around a Saturday stream.
Yeah, well, no, it's just like when my schedule gets knocked out of whack. That's it.
It's like when your sleeping
It's
pattern's
over.
off and you've stayed up all night and you're not sure quite what day it is. And
You're like,
carry on, yeah.
Yeah, you
or
just
if
go on
you
with the
sleep
day,
in the
yeah.
middle of the day, you just nap, and for some reason you think it's tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's happened to me once. I
Yeah.
literally got ready for school and sat by the stairs as I usually do when I get ready for school, waiting for my mom. And she's like, "What the heck are you doing?" I'm like, "Waiting for you. Why are you so late?" She's like, "It's nighttime."
9 p.m. Go to
Oh.
bed.
Whoopsies.
You haven't slept properly until you wake up and wonder, is it AM or PM?
I
It's
missed
like,
the bus.
it's dark either way, you're just not sure.
You know, you
The
wake up
clock
and
just
like, I
says
missed the bus.
5, I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
like, no.
especially where I am in the world too. Like nighttime and morning when you're in the winter is dark.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
it gets dark at like 5:30, 6.
I think
Yeah.
we go earlier than that. I think it can be like 3 PM or something here, and it's just dark.
In England, it
Oh.
just gets it's just like dark all the time. I feel like you get like 3 hours
Yeah.
of sunlight and that's it.
Well, we are the country that wants to block out the sun, and people are like, "We don't get enough." I'm like, "No, we're trying to bring sun equity around the world. We don't have it anyway. We're not going to lose anything."
Vampires.
You
Yeah.
guys can't even
Vampires.
tan. It's fine.
It never said whose sun we're trying to block out. We're going for everybody else's, folks. If we can't rule the world.
Okay, I'm gonna scooch over here for now. I'm hiding from this. It's gonna keep blinding me. It'll go away in like 30 minutes.
I was going to say, I mean, the camera can still see you over there. It's like, no, I'm hiding. Not
It's
very
more
well.
comfortable. It's actually more comfortable over here. I can lean. But how's everybody doing? We missed a week. I hope everyone had a great Easter weekend. A lot of you were in Vegas with these guys.
Yeah, that was so fun. It was so fun.
I'm glad you
I-
had fun.
Like, it's always a surprise to me the amount of people that come out and that are like familiar faces.
You can't pause there. Every Las Vegas, I'm always surprised by the amount of people that come out.
Sorry, I was processing my brain.
She's sick.
I'm sick. Sorry, I need the circle in front of my face.
Buffering.
The loading thing. Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good like filter to have on top of your own camera. You just press it whenever you want.
It would be.
And then, anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the amount of like new people and the amount of old people when they're like, "I remember the time that you were sick when we went to Area 15." I'm like, God, you remember that? That was like 2 Vegases ago, and it's heartwarming, and I love it. Everyone's so happy. Everyone thinks this fellowship is all like, I'm angry at everything, woke, this and that, and you're like, that's not.
No, everyone's pleasant and happy, and yeah, like you said, But it's just the other part of the internet that thinks that they're the ones that are always angry.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite comment is this: why won't you let me enjoy it? I'm like, how am I destroying your enjoyment?
I know,
You can just
right?
go and watch it and enjoy it. But for
You don't
some
have to
reason,
listen to the
the
internet.
moment someone goes, "This is a problem," though, isn't it? It stops you enjoying it. It's almost like you know.
You know it's bad, and
You agree,
you're
actually.
you're blaming me for it being bad. Like, no.
If only
Mhm.
this guy didn't talk about it. It's like, well, you could just not watch
Not
the
listen.
people and carry on enjoying it anyway in your own ignorance, apparently. Because the moment
Mhm.
people point out the problem, suddenly your entire experience is ruined.
It's true. But they're miserable, and it's the misery loves company thing, right? Like, you're just pointing out that it's bad. And they know it's bad, but they don't want to admit it.
What a
See, the
minute.
key is to be English.
They
and
feel
just enjoy being
represented in
miserable.
the bad, you know what I mean? Because they're all
Because
represented
they
in
get
that
offended
stuff.
by personalizing it to themselves.
Exactly.
This does not
Um,
represent you in every facet, okay? Just maybe one little facet, but that doesn't make a human, you know? One little thing.
It's true. I just want to put this up because I feel like we could
This
just look at this
represents
and laugh.
me.
This represents Disparu.
Yes.
He looks
This
like
is
a
my
kid, like he's in
aspirational
kindergarten.
superhero.
He's like in
Every man-
kindergarten, and he put on his dad's work boots, and his mom or his grandma, whatever, is taking him to school. That's what it looks like. The way he's looking at her and the way he's holding onto her arm. Like,
It's like James Bond was always a male role model because it was what every man wanted to be and every woman wanted to be with. And this is now 2025 peak masculinity. This is the aspirational role model for men.
You know what's crazy is if a girl wore this with instead short shorts, it'd be a really cute look, I think.
Not
Oh,
with those
weird.
boots.
I don't know, man. I can't get over those boots.
I mean, you
Yeah,
could
and
maybe
The shirt would be
adjust
too
it.
baggy on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get over those boots. Wow.
Oh wait, they're not. No, they're not boots. They're like separate things he's put on.
It's the
top.
tearaways where you unzipped it and then just forgot to take them off. They're like leg warmers, but made of leather, which is weird.
Ankle warmers.
The saddest part, well, I don't know if this is the saddest part because there's quite a few sad things about everything going on here. But these
Pedro
celebrities,
Pascal in general.
He in general is sad. But a stylist put this together. Like, he pays somebody to dress him like this.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the gayest look ever.
You're gonna look so good. Like, you're gonna eat in this outfit, okay? And he's like, yeah. And then my grandma's gonna take me to school.
I can't really blame the stylist because for all the things I'm like, look, gay men are destroying women in their makeup. Like, you'd have to stop listening to them. It is still their fault that they put it on and think, no, this looks great. And it's the same with Pedro. Any fashion designer can come to you with the most weird, wacky stuff. He starts to think, yeah, this looks good himself.
But
otherwise,
gay guys
he
can
just wore
dress.
jeans.
Come on, gay guys can dress, even if we don't agree if it's like feminine. But most,
not all,
maybe not all. A lot of gay guys have style, though. I don't know if a gay guy gave them this out. Yeah,
I'm just not sure they can do other people. Well, they obviously can do other people. I'm not sure they can dress other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Also,
like
the zipper is really tight, and it just makes Pedro look like he got small dick energy and small dick.
I mean, he might.
I mean,
I don't see it, so
we have no rumors about it. It's at the moment it is Schrodinger's size. Like, he could be simultaneously large and tiny.
I just don't like that. The top is okay, I guess, but yeah, it looks like I don't know.
It looks like he put his dad's shirt on. You know
That's what I mean. Like he's like, I'm gonna go help mom with the groceries, so he just grabs whatever to go outside.
Yeah, it's his body is in different time periods. So, like, in the middle, he's
just
sort
like
of
his mind. So
19th century Victorian schoolboy. Then he's a farmer underneath wearing work boots and like protective leathers, and the top is just weird pirate.
Weird pirate.
That's when I see that T-shirt, like, I only think pirate, and I can't even say why. I just
because it's loose.
Yeah, it's like sword fighting, baggy kind of pirate shirt.
He's a swashbuckler.
Yes, yeah.
I will not stand for this type of talk towards pirates. Okay, they dress way better than this. Even back in the the golden age of piracy. They wouldn't see them wearing this.
The
Come on,
weird thing
even they
is,
knew.
the grin that she's got on her face is like, I don't know what's going on either. It's like,
She looks
I'm
so
scared for my
surprised.
life. Save me.
They probably got stoned backstage before coming out. It's how she
That'd be
looks. She's
more
got, like,
entertaining. Watching Pedro get stoned.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah. Speaking
Well
of
then.
Pedro, hold on. Let's see if I pulled this up. I thought this made me laugh, but it just shows you where we're at with these celebrities. Well, with Pedro. Did you guys see this? He inspired his performance
Oh,
as
I
Reed
did.
Richards from an octopus. I thought of the brilliance of an octopus, not in any literal, physical, translated way,
Mhm.
but I put it into my subconscious.
Literally nothing. There is nothing there. I thought about it, but I didn't actually do anything from it. I just imagined the animal.
He probably was just like in his apartment, in his house or whatever, just like an octopus, just
Is
like
that
being weird.
hentai?
What?
Like a hentai thing? Like the
What do you mean?
little
I don't know.
legs?
I don't know.
She means the tentacles.
Is that a tentacle thing? Yeah. Maybe that's what I don't know. I'm really confused.
I don't know. There's
Maybe he
actually
thought he was like a suction.
That's
I
what he
don't
went around
know.
his own room doing, just making that noise. It's like to
I mean,
himself.
I'm trying to logic this and I cannot.
The thing is, you've now used an octopus for acting more than Pedro has. Because in his own statement, he goes, yeah, I didn't do anything with it. I was inspired,
thought
but not in
about
any
it.
actual way. I just kind of knew it existed in the world. He's not
But
even conscious.
I will say, octopuses. I don't know, like octopuses. They
Go
are
with that
pretty.
one.
Just
They're
go
pretty
with that
smart.
one.
I've seen a video of them where they get in a jar and they'll use their suction cups to spin the jar and open it up. Which is
Oh
pretty
yeah, they're
smart.
actually really smart. Yeah, there was I think there was a zookeeper said that this octopus uses meat to hunt things, so it like attract birds,
What?
and then as
Like
the birds come down,
bait?
poof. Yeah, and there was I think it's some kind of whale. They've got in a zoo. It does the same thing. It gets what was it? Gets a fish, like part of its food, puts it on the side, and then all these seagulls try and get the food.
Wait, does
and
it
it
eat a
grabs one.
seagull?
Well, the octopus, 100% would eat a seagull. But no, this was the whale, and the whale doesn't eat the seagull. It just wanted it as a toy. So it saw it as like hunting for something to play with, and it used its food as bait. Yeah, there's a video of it doing it.
Insane. Okay.
This is actually it's like 15 seconds him actually talking about it, and it's like he sounds like he really thinks he's saying something like important here, like he really did something with this octopus thing, and he's in that outfit. So here.
This is like holding space.
And Jaren and Reed Richards are both physical characters. Whose physicality challenged you more?
With Reed, his body may stretch, but this is a brain character. I guess I'll just give it completely away. I thought of the brilliance of an octopus, not in any like literal physical translative way, but in a kind of like put it into my subconscious. That's the biggest character secret reveal that I've given to you.
He
Jaren-
looks kind of ripped. He's like, yeah, it's an octopus. Like he just looks so messed up. And it's like it would make sense
though. If
it
he
would make
was.
that too. Yeah, it would. But like, so the octopus thing would make sense if he meant like, yeah, I was gonna stretch like an octopus has like, they can stretch. But he's like, no, not physically, mentally. Like he made sure we knew that he wasn't talking about that.
I think it's because he was like, well, what actually inspired it was an octopus. And the moment it was out of his mouth, he went, that sounds really stupid. And then just tried to row it back. He's like, not physically. It's not like walking around his room pretending to be an octopus stretching. It's like, no, that'd be just in my subconscious. I kept it there at all times.
It's just silly. He's a silly man.
I think his brain was just working, well, his mouth was working faster than his brain. And he went, octopus. His brain went, what? Are you an idiot? It's like,
So I don't know, like I'm not super like savvy on the Fantastic Fours. Like I know the characters, but I don't know in depth. Like I know Reed Richards is smart. He can stretch. That's about all I know about his character. I think they should have
a
kept
lucky girl.
I think
All right, is this Sue Storm? Oh, okay.
she's like
he can even go around corners.
well,
Oh my.
I think they should have kept John Krasinski. He looked the part better, and he's just a better actor.
Guys,
Yeah,
John
but unfortunately they killed
Krasinski,
him.
Pedro Pascal. Who would you like as Vanessa Kirby?
Reed Richards.
Just saying.
It was almost like they did it deliberately. So they were like, well, you really want this character, so we'll give you the character. Kill him instantly, and here's Pedro.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's dead. So it was
Yeah, and
what was it?
That's
The
fine.
Doctor Strange movie, right? That's the one they killed him in.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
That was
And everyone
sad.
was
There's
so
a lot of
happy.
people that died.
Yeah, that was their way of like wiping the slate clean and just bringing in stupid people like Pedro.
Yeah, it was kind of just meme fuel. It was what other people had fan suggested for a while.
It
And I
hurt.
think it might be because they knew Fantastic Four was coming up and that they had already hired Pedro, and so, well, we'll try and tone it down. We'll give them what they want, but only for a few seconds.
That hurts more, okay? That's a tease. Rude. How dare you?
Yes, and he'd never do that. He'd just keep expanding. He doesn't know how to tease. It's all or nothing.
You're gonna make X-ray cough. On that note,
We've got a Jimmy Carr laugh going on now.
Stick X-ray sounds like
It does sound like you're dying. It does actually sound like dying or crying.
A little bit of both. All right. On
It
that
was the
note,
inhale that got me. It was like, I was like, it definitely sounds like crying.
Okay, calm down for now.
okay, let's get some super chats. Thank you guys. Ken just became a new member. Thank you so much. And Staccato gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Hold on. Let's do. I gotta get new clips for us. I do need to find some of me in X-ray, but this is just so clippable.
Aw.
There. I think that's the only clip I have of us besides of our PJ dance party from like 2 years ago.
Adorbs.
Thank you so much. And Jason JJJ has been a member for 1 month. Extra girl, go to bed. Wicked, be a better pirate. Disparu, grow your hair out. Just kidding. Love you all. Hail chat. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
And Ken for a Canadian 5. Good evening, gorgeous, Wicked, and X-Ray. And you too, Disparu. Wicked Virtue, your gift arrives tomorrow, by the way. Thank you so much. I'll let you know when I got it.
Ooh.
More pirate stuff. Like I don't have enough pirate outfits.
It's just a Pedro Pascal outfit. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh, he got you them boots.
Yeah. They'll go all the way up to my like thigh.
No, well, I think they're just normal boots. You just need like the leg warmers.
Does
at
that
the
mean
bottom.
normal boots? Oh yeah. The leg warmers would go up to my thigh. Mentrix, thank you for the New Zealand 10. My girlfriend dressed up as a cop and told me I was under arrest after suspicion of being good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence.
Wow. Only took 2 minutes. Prove that
Oh
in
my
30 seconds.
God.
Thank you, Trix. Jim Watari for 10. Hi, Jim. Thank you. Missed Vegas. Chris and Alan gave me the con crud at WonderCon. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I like how you've narrowed it down to them, though. It's like, no.
He's like, I know who
specifically
it
them.
was. They're literally the only people that I said hi to.
I felt the
Well, didn't they get
germs
sick?
entering my body.
Did they get sick? I'm guessing that they did. If that.
Apparently, a lot of people got sick at Vegas. So
I'm surprised I got away with it. 'Cause
I-
the first-
I don't really get like the con crud and stuff. I don't get sick.
well, you've gone to a lot of cons in your life, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you built up
I've
an
got
immunity
con
to like
immunity. Like,
yeah.
get out of here. Can't
mean,
get me.
it's like-
I wish I had that. Apparently, I've been around too many sick people, but using the proper protocol. So
Yeah.
I haven't actually interacted with germs a lot.
You need to play it less by the book.
that's
You were
true.
I know.
Too
You
clean.
should, before you go to like cons and stuff and meetups, get some of those immunity shots, like ginger.
I should have.
I do
don't
that
know why
before
I
every
didn't.
con now.
I did it before MegaCon, but just not Vegas. I was
You didn't get sick at
Is it-
MegaCon, did you?
no. I just I think I stopped drinking after MegaCon, and that's the problem.
Stop drinking and you get sick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think mine is a
Like,
combination of.
her face was so like that's the problem. Look,
I
we
think mine's
figured
a
it out.
combination of whiskey just sterilizing my entire
Yeah.
body while I'm there, combined with being in the sun for once, and my body's just like, I'm superpowered. I've never had
Yeah.
this kind of like
Just
vitamins
like,
before.
I'm getting the vitamin D
For the first time in my life. Yeah. Every time I go there, it's like the $1 million man. It's like I can run for miles.
I'm glad you didn't get sunburned when you were in Florida. I was like, I wonder
Yeah,
if
it's a
but
nice time of year to go.
February,
it's about
yeah.
the temperature where it's kind of warm for me, but not hot, kind of thing. Especially with the
it's
difference in
humidity. Yeah.
it's like normal states summertime for Florida in like December, January, and February. Now it's hot. Now where it's like 90 degrees, you'd come here now and be like, I'm like, no,
Mhm.
thank you. Staccato also $20 super chat. Thank you. He's wearing those boots because there's all the BS on the ground that he's been spewing out.
Of course, not on stilts.
I know, right? He should be really high up. Thank you for the 20. Chris Nicholson for 5. You may think that Pedro's boots look stupid now, but when the flood comes, we'll see who has the last laugh.
But
When
his
he's got his
boots are
waiters.
open at the bottom. They're not like closed.
It's
Yeah,
true.
he's gonna-
If they're like ankle boots, and then it looks like they're ankle boots, and then he's got like the leather leg warmers.
Mm-hmm.
What if he's got like emergency elastic bands though that you haven't seen? He just whips them out. It's like, I'm prepared for this. I am the most intelligent man in the universe.
I think he's talking to you, Disparu.
No.
Difference in hair length. Who is this?
Wow.
Black.
It's kind of there was a meme. It's like it was a dog looking at a chair. It's like, why did you move this chair? Now I've got to bark at it for the next 24 hours.
The chat's gonna bark at you.
Well, on the comments of any video after cut my hair, it's like, you've cut your hair. It's like, sorry, who? I didn't notice.
I did me. What? Black cane for 5. That outfit looks like when I have to go shoot a coyote to save my quail and just throw on whatever is laying around.
Whoa.
What a sentence.
Don't we all do that? You know, have to just randomly go off to murder
I
a
don't have
coyote.
quail. I like quail eggs though.
Have you got coyotes?
No. They're around the town though. They're around.
They're around. They get around.
Yeah.
Mate, thank you for the 5. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty
Just
sick
call
of
the
the
coyote a slack.
I'm pretty sick of the
For
shows
no
hyping
reason. Just
Florence.
for no reason whatsoever.
Oh my god.
I'm sick of the shows hyping Florence Pugh. I hate it. I don't see the appeal. So when she first like came out, I thought, you know, she was interesting. She was, you know, pretty like normal, pretty, not like drop dead gorgeous or anything. But then she's like doing that weird thing that all these actresses do where they got to make themselves look ugly. So I don't know.
Well, I think
agree.
for all the hype stuff, if you read the Thunderbolts stuff, which I'm collecting now, all the first impressions, like Florence Pugh saves the movie, she carries it on her back. Her emotion in this movie is incredible. You've never seen an actress like Florence Pugh, and they're all just talking about her. It's almost like one of their talking points was specifically her. But I think it just confirms it's her movie. She's in it the most.
Like, I think she's better at girly movies. I don't see her as an action star necessarily.
Yeah, she
But that's
falls
just me.
foul of some people can do I have no emotion on my face and I'm an action star. Others do it and you just come across like a cow. And that's what they say. She just comes across as miserable all the time whenever she's talking.
Yeah. Like her intense face is not like action hero-y. I think she does light-hearted better.
Yeah.
I think you can only do it if you come across as like intimidating. So if
she's
you're
not intimidating, and she's
if you come
small
across
too.
yeah, exactly. If you like feel deadly in a way, you can kind of get away with it. But she's, especially when they've cast her with the Russian guy who's at least a foot taller than her. You can't appear intimidating on the screen.
Not
No.
whatsoever.
Miss Smart Muses, thank you for the 99-cent Rose super sticker. How are you? Thrud for $1.99. Someone get X-ray a cough drop. I think she's got some.
Fisherman's friend. Oh, upside down.
Oh, I haven't had them since I was a kid.
This
forgot
is the
they
only one
existed.
that doesn't give me fat tongue.
What?
Give you
I
what?
have allergies to other cough meds.
Oh, well,
Oh,
we
I feel like I
both-
missed some important like information.
We
there.
don't
I was like,
really-
Literally,
make your tongue fat. Was that
yeah.
a euphemism?
No, it was not a euphemism. It literally gets so like there was once well, the first time I didn't know I was allergic, and like my tongue was like bad.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
I know
talk
what-
right, and you're like, well, I seem retarded now.
I had a cough drop. I had the cough drop. 16-bit mascot. Thank you for the 350. Wicked is such a great host. Great stream, guys. Thank you. Ian for 50 pounds.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
queen.
Yes. Ew,
Like, hold it for-
Ian. I just
Uh,
read that.
Hold on. Krasinski or Pascal both meshed together as an octopus like human centipede, but weirder because I'm in the corner watching. Ian.
This
Thank you
is
for the
almost
50
like
pounds.
he was writing down his own dreams, but accidentally typed it in a super chat.
Yeah, Ian. Is this a Scottish thing?
I think this is an Ian thing. Even
I was
well,
like, it's not even Scottish at this point.
No.
It's Ian.
they get drunk. Like the Scottish might get drunk and just tell everybody their fantasies, but that is specifically. He's been in a hotel recently. That's the thing. Where the chair is always pointing at the
Oh,
bed for a
chair
reason.
got him.
The cuck chair. Every hotel room has a cuck
Never
chair.
sit in that chair.
Mate, thank you for the 5. Yeah, are we gonna talk about the stripper boots on Wicked's wish list? Which
Wait, what?
What?
On your throne wish list?
When did she have
I was gonna say
those?
Amazon or Throne. Oh, you know what? So on
Oh,
Throne,
yeah,
there's a thing when
She's like, sorry,
add
I put
two.
stripper boots on all of them. I need to know which
Because
specifically you're
on
talking about.
Amazon, I have these boots for a Leia cosplay that are just like they're flat and they're white. But so on Throne, there's this thing you can do where if somebody they want to gift you something, they send you like put this on your list type thing. And I did that, and it's probably those because the
Someone
only
added
boots.
stripper boots.
Yeah, well, I wanted
Yeah.
them. I don't think I can get them because whoever sent them, it's UK, so I don't think they can actually send it to me. I was gonna get them in white because I thought they looked like go-go boots, and I don't have white boots.
Ooh, I want some white go-go boots. That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
But they're not stripper boots, mate. Thank you for the 5.
You can get if it's all on Amazon. A lot of people do sell them both, so you might be able to find the sort of the Amazon.com version of them.
Okay. Yeah, well, no, because it was the way it is on Throne. Like you have to approve it. Like they say, oh, I want to send you this, and you got to approve it. So I don't know. Sometimes Throne will just give you the money instead. Like you can just get the money and then order it yourself. So that's probably what would happen with that. I want white go-go boots though. I need some.
Need is probably
I
a bit of a,
need them.
strong
No.
word there.
I would really
need
like
them
them.
now too. We could be
Yes.
twinsies.
We need go-go boots. Yes. Jason.
But you're
thank
on
you for
camera, no one would see them.
We'll
Like,
take
it's
pictures when we're together. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. He's like, whatever. I'm leaving this conversation.
now you're
right
bringing
now.
like extra boots to a meetup, but like
I
heavy
would be
wear.
down.
We do that when I went to 1 second, Jason. When I went to Toronto to hang out with her, she was only with me for one night, and she brought a huge suitcase.
I brought a ton of outfit changes because I didn't
Just in case.
know what
Didn't know.
type of night we were gonna have. So you need options as a girl, okay?
You can just wear
do.
one pair of shoes. You got one pair of feet. It's like, no, I might become an
No.
octopus. And then I'll need all these pairs of shoes. That's why I
Well-
always go everywhere with 8 pairs of shoes, just in case I become an
So,
octopus.
okay, you have to
and Ian's
have
in the corner.
sliders, sandals,
Ian's in the corner.
running
Wherever there's an
shoes,
octopus, there's Ian.
heels, wedges,
Just sounds like you're
boots.
describing food when you start talking about wedges.
Oh
Like
my
waffle.
god. Yeah, we gotta bring my waffle maker too.
Yeah. I need options. 3-course meal.
Oh my god, Ian. Why?
He's like, I'm there. He does have a sloop. That's where he drinks his wine.
It was better than when Wicked earlier, or was it extra? I always you've already forgotten. Said octopuses.
We're the same
It was
person.
like what?
Oh, that was me.
It was
Oh,
extra.
yeah, we're now in James Bond again.
I don't know the what do you call it? The
Pretty sure it's
the
octopi.
plural version
Yeah,
of octopus.
I kind of disagree with lots of the plural. Like, I think the plural of sheep should be sheepages.
Sheepages?
I have no reason for it. I just think it's better. Yeah, because you have like it's just sheep. Sheep is boring. So then you can have sheeps. I think sheeps is an improvement, but makes you sound a bit Pedro Pascal. And so sheepages is just, I think, that the compromise.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, don't mind me. I'm putting a hat on. I don't like my hair today. Give me a second.
Oh, see,
putting my
you
stuff-
have to have options for your hair too.
You've just been showing your hair the entire strip. It's like, no, I don't like it anymore. I'm hiding it.
You could you need a straightener, you need a curler. Actually, with straighteners being able to curl now, it's been a game changer for me. You need makeup. You need to bring your face wash, shampoo, conditioner, body wash.
The longer it takes Wicked to
lotion.
put a hat on, the more it feels like she's just changing her entire outfit. She's
And I
like,
come
no,
back and
sorry,
I'm just like-
wardrobe change. And she's like, will anybody notice?
No, I didn't really do my hair today. Sorry.
It's
X-ray
all
gets
good.
it.
I do get it. Well, I'm waiting to have this come out so I can dye my hair black again.
Voila.
Ooh, cute. Should I go get my Saucy shirt?
Yeah. This brew, you should change too, just for
She's
fun.
actually
Just for
doing a wardrobe
funsies.
change
I wanna do a
midstream.
wardrobe
It's like, sorry, I need options. At any 30-minute period, I might change my entire outfit.
Ian, you know how I feel about Zendaya. How dare you?
She's gonna be the Netflix
Yeah,
Amanda.
Netflix race swapper midstream.
I know that nobody in the chat goes nuts because X-Ray and Disprove don't even notice. They just keep talking like it's me. Like, what do you mean? That's Wicked. What are you talking about?
My favorite Netflix meme was still a pile of like coal dust, and he just said cocaine. And it was like, it's a
Oh my
new
god,
movie.
yes! Yes!
Still my favorite Netflix though.
Speaking of hats, I fully endorse this post and agree with it, and I kind of want to like make a sign that says this. But I want a hat I want this hat. Make America hot
yes.
again. I want that hat so bad. I looked it up, but I can't find one that
Is
actually
there
looks
one
like
out
that.
there?
Not one that actually looks like that. Actually, I think I might have found one that was similar. It was right before the stream, and I was like, wait a minute, I kind of want that hat.
I found one for $45 at the conservature.
That was it, I think. And it has like a flag on the side. And does it say
Yeah,
something
it's
else on the other
pink.
side? Yeah. I probably would get a red one, but pink's cute too.
Pink's
Like the-
cute. It's too hot pink for me.
Yeah, if I get pink, I want more of like a let's hurry up this conversation before Disprove falls asleep. But I would prefer
Yeah.
like more of a pastel one.
I was thinking like, what kind of pink would I prefer? It's like, no, that's basically Pedro Pascal. You just end up like him. Like Pedro is the kind of person that would have a favorite color of pink. He's like, no, this really sets off my eyes.
It's true. He probably knows more about pink than me and X-Ray Girl.
Actually, yes, I think he'd give you advice, fashion advice. Maybe that's his secret talent. He always dresses like crap.
Maybe he's
But
the one
he's
that
a
put the
genius
boots.
for other people.
He put the boots on my list. He was like, you need these boots.
Go, boot. Yeah, he's like, I know what you need.
Oh my god!
You know what you want, but he knows what you need. It's like-
Hey! We need
But
a man like that in our lives.
or someone to do your fashion for you. You're like,
Yeah.
darling, which one do I wear? Like, he will always make the mistake, though. It's like the red one or the black one. It'd be like the red one. What's wrong with the black one? It's always the thing. It's not about telling her the correct answer. It's about telling the correct answer she's already thought of.
Okay, I can stop sharing this.
But
now,
I
but
want
love
that. I
this.
want that.
Wouldn't
Want
I
this?
actually I like the thing because like well, it's essentially all the good things that you should be. This is disgusting. Can you imagine them liking them? This is
I
the
like-
same as when they were like working out is what it leads to supremacy. Remember that one? If you lift, it's a road. It's a pipeline to supremacy.
Yeah, being fit is fat shaming. And we're like, what?
Yeah. Well, it kind of is because they're the fat ones and they're standing there going, "That's making me feel really insecure." That's their problem. It's like,
What was this even from? Okay, so I like Brett's comment. Thin, fertile, and Republican sounds hot. U.S. News. Now comes the woman's fear, the anti-feminist media telling women to be thin, fertile, and Republican. A crop
I'd just like
of
to point out that
conservative...
this actually means that feminists, by their own ideas, just makes you ugly and unhappy.
Yeah,
That is
you're...
their own definition.
So if you're a feminist, you're fat, not fertile, and...
Well,
Barren.
not necessarily not
You're
fertile,
bitter.
but just
I know.
they shame
Your
shame
womb is
women
destroyed.
who want children because that's not a construct of their own, apparently, even though that's what their body is made for.
It's not even wanting children, because it says fertile, which you have nothing to do with. It's just like essentially age. And so they're kind of just old, ugly people. It's like one of their own definition of feminism.
Fat, sterile, and tough. Yeah, apparently. But I saw this at first, and I didn't know, like, it caught my eye.
I laughed.
I'm like, this is a cute collage, right? When you just see the picture and then you read it, I'm like, oh, so like they're trying to like make this look bad, but it looks good. Like it's like free advertisement.
This is their entire... Every time they come out with something horrific, you're like, no, that's amazing. When they try and do a hit piece on someone, and they go, he's masculine, he works out, he's so confident, and like, you're trying to have a go at him on these things? Their values are so opposite to that whenever they try and attack somebody, they just come across as selling them to people.
Yeah, but that's what they think. They think being anything close to being healthy is a bad thing.
Because you're not equal to the other people, so it's your duty to drag yourself down so that they feel better about themselves.
And it's just the same thing with our movie opinions, where you can go and exist and like a movie and be okay liking the movie, okay? There are movies I like that people don't like, and I understand that. I'm not going to be like, you need to have the same opinion as me, otherwise you're a horrible, evil person. No.
I know. I've never understood that mindset. Like, people get so mad if you don't like what they like. Who cares? I have plenty of friends that we don't like the same stuff, but we're still friends. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if someone, I talked about this on another stream about like Buffy. Like, if people were like, I don't like Buffy, it's stupid. I'd be like, okay. Lame opinion, one, but no,
I was going to say,
I don't
I'm
care.
surprised. I actually thought you're like, you can have whatever opinion you want, except Buffy.
Like,
no, Buffy's the
dare.
line.
Don't you dare.
You're
it's like
not
Blabs, like
not like it.
like when I say that I'm not into Harry Potter, people are like, Blabs must be so mad at you. And she's like, nah, I'm cool, man.
Well, that's what you think. Behind closed doors, though.
She's got
she's
like
oh my god,
like Harry
throwing
Potter,
voodoo doll.
She's throwing darts at my picture.
If you go to her house,
could
it's like
you?
a shrine of hate.
No. She's using her wand and going, Avada Kedavra.
She is willing Harry Potter magic into existence.
Crucio!
I did just try butterbeer for the first time. I know I've been to Universal a bunch of times, but again, I'm not a Harry Potter person, so I don't like. I've been to the Wizarding World plenty of times, but I've always like thought that it was going to be way too sugary. But it was super hot, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna try a butterbeer when it's 86 degrees and I'm really hot, a frozen butterbeer is probably the way to go.
Did you try it with Fireball whiskey?
No, I didn't get liquor, and I actually hadn't eaten anything either. So I was like,
would have been bad there, yeah.
I would have had once and been like, this butterbeer hits, man.
Yeah.
I can see why people like it now.
You can't order it together, so you have to order it separately and mix it away from them if you want a shot in the butterbeer.
And I spilled it. I still recorded the short. I still recorded. I got it on my face. I was like, I spilled. I was like, I'm still making this short. I'm not buying another butterbeer. This is real life. You guys should see in the real content. And someone commented, it was really funny that can't take yourself anywhere without spilling. And I was like, it's true. It's true.
You're like drunk 3PO.
X-Ray and Capable Jen can attest to that.
Oh my god, she's like dripping her cone on herself as she's like walking. Not cone.
That
it
makes
was
it
a
sound like she's doing
popsicle.
it deliberately.
Kind of is, and then I'm like, wicked, no. So I like took it like a mom
she was like
would.
my mom. Yeah, she's like,
you can't be trusted to hold your own stuff.
Because I'm always like thinking about other things, right? Especially like if I'm like at a theme park or like making content or just with other people. And we were focusing on getting our stuff done in St. Augustine and then getting back on the road to go see Kara. So I was like, and I'm like not even thinking as like, it wasn't like I was like a toddler with like melting on my arm, but it probably would have gotten to that point if she was like, give me that. Cause I was done with it. So I was holding it, waiting for a garbage.
Waiting for the garbage.
It's like where I couldn't find a garbage. So yeah.
So I just decided to pour it on myself.
Hey, listen, ADD, okay? I pay attention, but I
It was
also don't.
also like super hot that day too.
It was. So don't go to St. Augustine in June because the thing is, you're right. It's on the water. You're surrounded by water. I know a lot of Florida is, but specifically St. Augustine, because even actually, I was like, she didn't say anything because she wasn't like complaining about the heat, but it was hot. And I said something, and she's like, okay, so it's not just me, because she thought that it was just her because I'm used to Florida. But I'm like, no, this is actually the hottest I've had in Florida since I've been here.
And I
because
was like,
it's just-
I can't be the Canadian that complains about the heat.
I know. So I did, but you need a little bit of wind in St. Augustine, especially around that time. Like if you go in like fall, winter time, it won't be as bad. But if there's no wind and it had to have been at least like 90 degrees when we were there. Oh, it's rough. But we still had fun. I want to go back so bad when it's not hot.
when it's nicer weather, please.
Yes, absolutely. We'll make a plan. Disparu, I asked in the private chat, but
I haven't.
but when you got a second, send the Thunderbolts stuff. I'm gonna get please and thank you, Jason. I'll get some super chats. We don't have to go on to that now, but the two topics that we're gonna cover is the Thunderbolts.
No,
and
it'll be
Kanye.
easier for me to share the
share it?
window. 'Cause
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I've got like a load
And he
of
can
Twitter tabs.
highlight it himself.
Yes. I think I'll have to do it a bit weird though, because I don't know how to. Can I just share one window of a program, or does it have to be the entire monitor?
No, you can share one window. It has
Share
to just be
window.
the same one as your StreamYards. Like if
Yeah.
you use Chrome on StreamYards, it has to be Chrome where your article
Okay,
is.
yeah, because I need to be able to switch the tabs without closing out and going into the next tab, kind of thing.
Yeah. After I catch up on the super chats, we'll go to that. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. Don't miss Pedro Pascal as Junko Ricardo in Fantastic Four. Well, we will make sure to. Thank you, Lord Bothas. But I remember I was to say 1 month, 1 year, 12 months. Thank you. And here I thought Disparu was starting his transition before getting a haircut. Meanwhile, Mazda hasn't completed his into being a man. Prayers up.
Oh my god, he's not even here to defend himself,
For
guys.
Mazda.
He just called. Okay, I can give you Muzz. Your dog. That's we've already done his reaction at that point.
Okay, there you go.
Cation Corey for 5. They warned me not to lean over the edge of that tower in Paris, Eiffel.
I fell.
Oh god.
Fell. Eiffel.
Yeah, that was
That was
worse
a
because it took me a
dad
second to
joke.
work it out. Yeah.
The dad joke.
Thank you, Corey. Hollywood Reporter's about to
We
get
had a
some
weak gap. I
exposure
wasn't prepared for that one.
because of Disparu's highlighting.
It's not. It's all Twitter.
Duppy for 2. Maybe Mark likes the fat tongue. Ricola. I heard the commercial. Ricola.
Ricola.
Andrew Thomas for 5. Happy Saturday, Nerdy, Wicked, and X-Ray. Congrats on getting married to Florence Pugh, Disparu.
Lesbian
Depends which
couple.
one.
Like, she is the perfect example of how I dress myself on the red carpet versus how Disney treat me in a movie. So she was. All the articles were she's bringing back naked catwalks as she's wearing like see-through clothes. And then you go to Thunderbolts and she's just a miserable cow in every single picture, but covered up to here. She needs like that last article. We need to bring people back to thin, fertile, and hot in movies.
Yeah. Jason Webster for another 5. Thank you. Hi, X-Ray Girl and Wicked Virtue, the loveliest ladies with the most beautiful personalities and smiles on YouTube. Thank you. Hi, Disparu with your knife sharp wit.
Still trying to. I've just arrived back in the UK. I need to get my miserable level back up again.
He's like,
I
I'm
know
too
he got
happy.
Americanized.
I know, he's like, I'm
Yeah.
too happy. I had some sun.
I had
This
too much
won't
sun.
do.
Yeah, it improved the serotonin levels. I can't have this.
Mazda Valentine for $199.
Oh my god.
I know.
How
It's
do
a
you
shame we can't like maximize the pictures.
I know.
It
Are you sure it's a
actually
shame?
oddly works.
It
Yeah,
always
that is-
works. Why does it always work?
That's
the thing.
quite disturbing.
It's disturbing.
Mazda makes a hot Valentine. He's gonna clip that
That's
if he
gonna
ever
get
finds
clipped.
out.
Mongoose is in here. We're never safe. Umbrella made a hybrid sheep
Sheepages.
eggs. Sheepages and octopus.
Spelt Pages.
Sheepages and
I invented the word. I might as well invent the language.
Sheep pegs. Got
Sheep
it.
eggs.
Sheep pegs? What?
This is Hollywood. It's probably.
True. All right, go ahead.
You've got to keep Pedro entertained somehow.
Oh no!
He's definitely not interested in yours.
No, you did it. You got her.
It is the only thing. There's a reason why his pillow has a massive chunk out of it.
You broke her again, girl. We just got
to,
her
to
fixed.
him, it's the same as a marshmallow. It's just... Muting
You sound like a tea kettle.
Yeah, take her off. She's done. I'd probably get a new one if it sounded like that. Though.
Okay. Oh, it's getting red on that one.
So was he, to be fair.
Oh, God, stop it, please.
What? You're the one that said it was getting red. Him with his marshmallow pillow. Like, I'm eating a cloud.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, go ahead and share
No.
your stuff just for you.
no. Okay.
I'm not going to work out how I share the window. Which window? That window. I think that works. Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so it starts. I like this guy because his first thing is people will rightfully be skeptical about early positive reactions, but you can often read between the lines to get a critic's real feelings. Now, these feelings in general seem to be Florence Pugh is amazing and the theme of the movie. So, it's the most human story yet. Flips the script. It's not about saving the world. It's about saving oneself. So already, we're not heroes, we're just selfish. I don't care about the rest
I
of the
thought
people.
that being a hero was supposed to be selfless and
Yes.
save other people.
Like, self-sacrifice is one of the key points of being a hero in the first place. But this is a deep, emotional dive into the minds of Marvel misfits. That the characters need a support system. Like, you're supposed to be the pissing hero. Everybody else
You're
needs you to
supposed to
support
be the
them.
support system.
Yes, but this is not going to be a movie about heroism. This is basically just self-internalized. It's the kind of people that sit in a dark room and think about their feelings, from what I can gather. Because Jake Schreier, who made the film, I know our characters don't, on the surface, seem like the most powerful in the universe.
That's fine. That's okay.
Well, it's not when they're fighting what they're fighting. That doesn't really make any sense. Because they're fighting someone really powerful and they can just punch things. And it's even in the trailer. But it's where he goes, in the end, these movies are made great by the people who inhabit them. It's what they're going through and how they work as characters. Now, you combine that with the emotional line, and what you get is a movie that deals with themes of depression, isolation, and grief. Doesn't this sound like an entertaining movie already? Because everybody agrees. Like, there are so many... This is what was weird about the Deadline stuff. They collected loads of reviews, and they were like, it's very emotional, it hits home. They never mentioned depression, isolation, and grief. But they all talk about how Florence Pugh is amazing. So you go on, they've made a movie about how you need to talk to your friends if you're suffering from bad mental health.
Oh, here we go.
Bad mental health, the movie. Depression, the movie. This is a movie where there's a visceral 27-minute therapy scene.
No, this is Daredevil all again.
Well, yeah, from what I've gathered reading spoilers is, I'm not going to say the spoilers, but it's not going to be a literal therapy scene, but it is going to be 27 minutes of them going through various events that just talk about them crying. Which, that's not what I want in a superhero movie.
No.
Like, the closest I can get to maybe a emotional, depressive scene is like when you're wrestling with, is it okay if I have a girlfriend? Because that would be like, that's endangering someone by putting them in my life and someone who I care about. And then being selfless, by the way, selfless, and being alone for the greater good of the world. That to me makes sense as a hero, but if it has to be someone who's just like, I'm just so lonely, I need
So
therapy.
lonely.
Friends.
The way, not the way the MCU is probably gonna go down the road with Spider-Man. So far, it hasn't been completely ruined, but that's a character who, in the comics, his life sucks. It's like the writers hate Spider-Man, right? Because it's his life is depressing, but the stories are still interesting, right? He still pushes forward. You don't see him sitting there crying and going to freaking therapy. He gets up, puts on a suit, and saves the world, even though, you know, his uncle dies, his you know, a lot happens in all his comics. Like, I just feel like he's one of the most, like, just his life sucks, but his stories are still interesting, engaging. They're still superhero stories. So now, like, I thought this was going to be more like a MCU Suicide Squad. I guess that's like what they were trying to go with, but
there are comments that it's still got comedy in it, and I'm not sure how you mix the two. A story about depression and comedy seems weird to me.
It's gonna be the way they always did it, right? I know Joss Whedon started this like with Buffy, but it was done right. I know I'm biased on that, but it was done right then, at least. It gets used too much, you know, where I forget, someone in the chat tell me, I always forget what it's actually called. But it's the like when something dire happens, like someone dies, it's just like, wow, that happened. Like that kind of stupid comedy, like when it's supposed to be a serious moment, that's probably what's gonna happen in this. It's gonna be chock full of that.
Oh yeah, there is from one of the scenes they released is Florence Pugh talking to the Russian guy, and he's like giving her advice, and she's just crying her eyes out. And then even in the trailer, that at the end of that, there's a joke, and she's
it's more like Guardians of the Galaxy comedy.
Yeah, like Guardians.
Yeah. That only works for Guardians. We don't know these characters that well. I didn't do my homework, okay?
I don't
know half these people.
From the reviews, a lot of them say it's just its own thing. You don't need to know anything about the characters. So that is a plus point for it. But it goes, yeah, it left me crying and confused. It's so fun. I loved it. I love being crying, confused, and talking about depression. You get an idea.
I love crying and laughing at the same time.
You get an idea of the kind of person that they chose to go and see the movie. There's a lot of people going, well, I was depressed. It made me feel seen. I really liked it. It's that kind of response. Yeah, I didn't anticipate Bob having experiential overlap with Jesse Pinkman.
Wait, what?
What?
Bob, yeah, Jesse Pinkman cries all the time, depression, his life falls apart, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that's not supposed to be a superhero. Breaking Bad is not. It's supposed to be dark and depressing.
Yeah. The most psychological film the MCU has ever made.
Yeah, there's very few of the reviews that talk about action or anything like that. It's all about, this is a very emotional film. It's a lot about your feelings. Florence Pugh's amazing.
So those are the talking points. Okay.
Yeah, there was one that I don't... Oh yeah, a movie to tackle loneliness and depression. There was one, and I can't remember... I didn't find it, but it says that the villain has the power to make people depressed. Like, that's his power. Other people...
Isn't that Marvel?
They can manipulate. Well, exactly. I was like, is this written by the Marvel accountants? They're just the most depressed people in the world, just looking at red all the time. Yeah, because there are things. It's easily one of the best in the past couple of years. Like, that's not strong competition. But it's an allegory for overcoming depression.
Interesting.
Still about that. Yeah, dives into trauma, bold emotion, healing, redemption, and unlike any, they've never done depression before, folks. They've never murdered babies either, but apparently, as long as it's breaking new ground, it's fine. A beautiful allegory. Florence Pugh's amazing.
Every tweet, and also, did you see
this is Florence one of the only ones which said anything negative about it. So all of them are like, this is great. I was like, well, the second half is typical MCU formulaic comic book that wraps abruptly and didn't work.
That poster, it's like, it's probably all their heights in relation to each other, how short Florence Pugh is.
Well, he's a lot taller than it. Yeah, they have shrunk him to fit him in.
You have to do that with some guys sometimes.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you get the Fantastic Four. He can shrink himself. But this is like the power women at the front, and then we put the men at the back. There's a lot in the posters. Oh yeah, that's her crying scene. Okay, that was really good. That's the joke at the end of it. It's flat out top tier Marvel. I laughed, cried, cheered, and had a fantastic time. They're all like, I cried, it's amazing!
I feel like they say that a lot for these bad movies. I laughed.
No, but I think this is
cried.
genuinely true. Like, I think they're just talking about depression, and it like, oops. I think this is going to be the same kind of thing where you just leave it a bit numb, like Joker 2. Like, oh, really? That's horrible.
I'll never
Well,
see it.
I am so excited to go to my 27-minute therapy session next week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it comes out next week. I forgot. Yeah.
I
This
know.
was the thing. There was a minute released of like the car fight where I was like, this looks awful. But then they started doing more of the marketing, and the trailers look really good. So I was hoping. I didn't think it would be, but I was hoping that it would be good. And then this, no, it's not my kind of movie at all.
No, so they could have done something with this. I am not against, maybe for Marvel, but you take comic book characters that people don't really know, and then they will know them from the movie if you do it properly. Do it properly, stay true to the character. People will go out and get the comics. They want to dive more into their stories. I've had that happen with some characters. Like Deadpool's actually an example. I wasn't into Deadpool, and then I played the game, loved it, saw the first movie, loved it, and that's when I started diving more into like the comic books, like stories of him. But I know he's bigger. I don't know. Maybe the chat can tell me. Maybe he's always been kind of big, you know, with people. But I definitely, the movie and the game totally made him more popular. So little characters like these people, it could have been a good thing. I mean, I know it didn't come out yet, but I still don't think it's going to be good. They should have made it just a comedy, like a kind of like a buddy comedy. I think that would have been the best route to go with it.
Like, there's their heights. Wait, that's not. Hang on. Why is it
I
not
was gonna
shared the
say.
window? Has it not shared the window? Oh, because it defaults to tab. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, she's so small.
Easily the
Tiny.
smallest. Even the other woman's, so
see.
she's in the back, so
Like-
she's taller.
The other girl just has to sit on her, and she won't be able to get out. Like she'll be subdued.
And this
She's
is the kind of
5'4".
thing.
She's taller than me. I would be like up to his belly button.
You'd be there.
That's how it looks when I walk with capable gentlemen or drunk 3PO. I'm up to the belly buttons.
You're doing videos, and it's just all at sort of stomach level. And then the Simu Liu, who looks like he's auditioning for The Matrix. I don't know what this outfit's for. All he needs is the glasses, and he's like, no.
He
I wanna
looks
be
like
cool.
like the guy in like the Hercules game that opens up his coat and there's like a bunch of stuff that he will sell, like little watches and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. Either you're selling stuff illegal in those kind of outfits, or you're in the
Trench coat.
Matrix, or you're a flasher. Those are the only things that actually work.
I might have to get my glasses out if he's a flasher. He is Asian.
Oh
This
my
is why he needs to be in the
gosh.
Fantastic Four, so we can feel what it's like to be a full one.
Got her again.
It was their own joke just mirrored back at her.
I know. Like that was a funny one. That's a good one.
It was like-
I see what you did there, just for
it was like-
okay, I'm gonna stop.
Mate, thank you for the 10. Reveling, sorry, in depression. The movie. Can't wait. I know. 5 stars.
It is so weird to do those as reviews. This movie's about allegory for depression. I loved it so much.
Did you really though, or did you get paid to say that? Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 2. Thunderbolts, the rogue heroes on antidepressants. I know. Justin Martin's for 10. They do love their mental illness. Can't cry victim nearly as much without it. Exactly.
Mhm. That is the thing. It is the audience they've been going after. It's the kind of audience that puts all their like diagnosis in their Twitter bio. It's so bizarre. Previous things used to be, I'm going to ignore it and do it anyway. Whereas this seems to be the superpower which works in the movie. It's like, well, I've always been depressed, so you can't affect me. That's the way I imagine it's going to go, if that's his the villain's power.
They need to. I can't say I would love it, but it would have been nice to get at least when it was the same people that were handling the Netflix shows, like some more, like maybe Jessica Jones the first season, but like back to when he first had control of her. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
David Tennant.
David Tennant. Like I would have liked to have them dive more into that because that season was really good and that storyline was really good. So not now. If Disney gets their hands on it, it's going to be trash. But I would have liked it then to get like a prequel.
Oh, if they did
to
it
that.
now, she'd be doing things like, I can overcome your coercive control. And it's like, this is domestic abuse. And she'd just be using all the keywords and stuff rather than just showing it.
Exactly. Ian Soulforth for 50. Thank you, Ian. It's possible to pull off depression and comedy like Sideways, but it's a tricky cocktail. An octopus of a cocktail, and I'm in the corner watching.
Oh,
Saucy.
There you go.
you're such a
I-
gem, Ian.
You are.
I do always wonder about those people, though. When you go and book tickets and there's loads of tickets in the theatre, and there's always some guy up on the far wall in one of the worst seats
In the
place.
corner.
And he's like, I chose this deliberately. Why? What are you doing?
Because like what I do is I pick like the first between 4 to 8 rows to sit in the middle. So I actually like being close to the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. And no one sits beside me typically, so it's great.
I've never understood sitting at the back of a cinema because the screen gets smaller
It's
the
so
further you
small.
are away from it. It defeats
Oh.
the object of being there.
There was a new screen that I experienced for the first time. It's called Screen X, where the side is kind of blurred. So it
I've seen
actually
pictures.
feels-
It looks cool.
it feels like you're immersed in it. And I went to Minecraft, and it
I'm
it
sorry.
made the movie a little better because it felt like I was in that world without being in that world.
That'd make it worse. I don't want to be anywhere near Jack Black. So I don't want to be in a
Well,
movie with him.
No.
I don't want to be in a movie with him.
But
No.
imagine like Lord of the Rings with Screen X, like you're actually in that forest. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I know everyone raves about IMAX, but that
I prefer Screen
without
X.
experience, it seems better to me. Yeah, just filling your vision more than just being taller. So you have to strain
Yeah.
your neck more up to see the top, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a movie in IMAX. I want to.
No, not
You
me.
should. You should, but only if you can get the middle. If you can't get the middle, no point.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like a very good thing, though.
No.
If only the middle seats in this massive theater have good seats.
No, because if you're at the side, it just feels like you're getting an angled view. It's just like any movie or any screen, realistically. And then you're like turning your neck more, and that's not good for ergonomics either.
Unless you're
What?
Ian, and then he chooses the corner seat deliberately.
The worst seat I've ever had. It was
Ian sits by the screen so he can look at the crowd.
he
He
stuck
just
the
likes to
corner.
watch.
He likes to watch the reaction.
Yeah.
Me and my friend, we went to go see Alice in Wonderland, the first one when it first came out, in 3D. And I'm not actually a fan of 3D, but we went to go see it in 3D. We were super excited, and there was no seats. This was back before I don't know if you could. I don't think you could like get it on the app first. Like you had to go to the theater and get your seat that way. Like that was a while ago. But the only seats available were right at the front. So like we're like this watching this like almost kind of trippy movie in 3D, and we're like, it was not fun. So I
Marvel
would
have
not
released-
recommend that.
Marvel have released a clip of Thunderbolts where, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, it's got a foot cam.
Are you gonna
Like
pull it
somebody
up?
really.
You're gonna summon Dan. Careful.
I mean, I can put.
Cam?
As long as it's YouTube friendly and there's no music, just don't play
Well,
sound.
it's
I
just
guess.
feet. I'm just really confused. Like, this is the
I'm just-
scene.
Let's see if Dan comes in the chat within the next
I
5
mean,
minutes. I'm gonna laugh.
Why does this exist? It's like they go. I'll screen through it so they don't do it. So they shoot him, and then he kind of looks at like, what the hell? So he goes, I'm really getting angry now. Look at my eyes. Look, I'm glowing. Here's my feet. Like,
Here's my feet.
I was like, where did this come from out of nowhere?
This is
There
coming
must
from
was
be
the
a
always
same
like, you're
fetish
people.
out there.
This
I
is coming from the
think it
same
is.
people that did an 8-hour chair stream and the cat thing for the Marvels.
Hey, I
Hey,
like
I've
the
still got
cat
clips
thing.
of that. That was amazing. That was the best thing ever. They're like zooming in and out on the cats with laser parties.
That was so cute. That was the best thing ever.
That's what I think happened here. I think they saw his eyes glow, thought, that's so cute. Here's his feet. I think that is the one.
We're
One
He's
just
real
going
man
showing
now.
so
Look at
many
his
cute
feet.
things. I forgot I still have Pez in here.
Oh, there you go. Give yourself a little sugar rush.
They see his feet and like blast him. We can't see his feet anymore. Oh, careful.
Darn
He's
it!
Like, he took the feet away.
They were
Like,
like,
look,
you
if
want to
you're
know
gonna
what would be really artsy? Show his feet.
Mhm.
We showed his abs, we showed his face, and now we show his feet.
I'm surprised it wasn't like raining, so you can see like his feet just dripping in water.
What?
They start
Ooh.
playing like shower advert music and stuff. No, that's
No,
what.
John, she's sick.
I'm sick.
Don't get yourself. It's like a button. Don't get yourself started.
I don't know why her voice would change if she was though. It's like yes.
No, my throat is sore and it's full of phlegm, but I'm using Tylenol to cover the symptoms.
I'm gonna say it looked like you bought a box the size of your own face.
You should try Mucinex if you're like congested. That might help.
Oh, this helps me sleep at night because I cough too much.
She's like, I just want to sleep. I don't care.
Yeah, every morning I wake up, I'm like croaky, like a frog. Like,
Aw.
you should have heard me like 2 days ago. It was really bad. Gary calls me and I go, hello, and he's like, are you okay?
You haven't looked at his phone to make sure he
Do I
called the right
sound
person. Like, X-ray? Yeah. Okay.
Not that old lady that smoked for her 80 years of her life.
Like, Mom? No.
That happens quite a lot. You get this is the 113-year-old person. What's your advice for living this long? It's like, well, I smoke and drink. And like every time.
Every time. Jason Webster, thank you for another 5. If Thunderbolts are the heroes we need, then holy crap, we're in trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's
Old
even
Run-
leaked now. I'm not going to say it, but they have leaked what the asterisk is for.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell
I'm not
me.
telling anybody, but yeah.
Okay.
You can,
He's like, I wouldn't tell
you
you,
can
even if you
Google
wanted
it.
to know.
It's very easy to find out. Yeah. Well, this is the issue. Way before the movie came out, they showed it to a load of people to give their social reactions. So they all know.
They didn't go well, right? Or well, no, actually, no, they did. Everyone likes Florence Pugh. Apparently, she's just a fabulous.
This is why everyone's raving about the post-credit scenes because that's where it tells you.
Old Renaissance boomer for 5. Jay and X-Wing Sea of Thieves recap first few minutes. Get hit by cannon fire from an island, hit a rock, steering broke, and hit the island, almost sunk. Sounds about right. Thank you for the
He
5.
sounds like
then-
I drive, like how
Yeah.
I drive.
Pretty close.
She
Lexicon
doesn't drive in a straight line.
Hellhound.
She just bounces down a motorway.
It's
Yeah.
bumper cars, okay?
Bumper
It's like
cars.
bowling with the bumpers on. Yeah, you just hit the sides repeatedly.
You're lucky
Lexicon.
I have like doors on my new car still.
She's got bumpers on her new car. Like, you know, like when you go bowling and like with kids, you get the bumpers up. She's got those on her car.
X-Ray's the only person who locks her doors not to keep people out, but to keep her in the car. Otherwise, you get thrown out in random directions.
I'm like Katy Perry when I get out of the car, I kiss the ground because I thank God I'm alive.
Lexicon Hellhound for 2. Wolverine is depressive / angsty, but they make it work. Yeah. Agreed.
Now
Flying.
imagine every character in the movie being that way.
Ugh.
That's a lot of angst. We're not in high
Flying-
school, y'all.
I know. Get rid of the emo behavior, please.
I'm not
Flying.
even sure. Like, there is an element of I've lived so long, I'm miserable. It's not really
You said that.
depression because he still has that attitude of yes, I may feel this way, but I'm still going to go out and do it. This seems to be more like they're reveling in it because you have to go back through all their histories and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. When you're introducing new characters, like they should each of them get like a good little, like maybe 15, 20 minute story. Like I would say like 15, talking about their lives and then, you know, or maybe 10 because you don't want it to be too long. Give us a little 10-minute like tidbit of each of them, letting us know who they are and what's going on with their characters and then go on with the whole story. But no, well, maybe that's what the 27-minute therapy session is. I'll talk about who they lost, who's dead,
Well,
and why they're mad.
It's a bit like, I can't remember which movie it was in, whether it was Infinity War, but there's Loki talking to Black Widow about how you've got so much red in your ledger, it's dripping with blood, and she turns around and starts going, oh, God. It's like, can you even get rid of that much blood? And then he gives something away, and she just flicks, and she's like, oh, thank you for doing all that. And it was all a trick. Whereas in this, Florence Pugh is just going to be crying.
She's just like that.
It's just like, I've killed so many people! And it's like, it ruins the entire thing. The point of a hero should be, no matter what you've gone through, it doesn't matter. You put it in a box, and you do it anyway.
Yeah, like Peter Parker.
Yeah. But all superheroes have been through horrific stuff.
Yeah.
The reason why they're heroes is because they don't cry about it.
Exactly. Because they're heroes. That's the whole point. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for 5. Hi all, first time poster. With all the talk of octopi and tentacles, I was thinking this was a hentai channel.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you, first time poster. Thank
Depends
you for
how many drinks X-Rays
the
had.
first super chat.
Hey, that was like because Pedro Pascal talked a lot about octopus and he put it literally in his head.
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
Whatever that means.
He was like,
He's
you're an
always got
octopus.
tentacles in his mind.
Be an octopus just in the brain, not physically. I don't even.
That's the thing, if
Make
he's
it
not
make
being an
sense.
octopus, he's just got a different octopus in his mind. But he's essentially just always fantasizing about octopi.
God. That's gross.
Yeah. that was more like the guy in, I can't remember his name. All the TV shows. Futurama.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like the lobster guy.
Mhm. Oh yeah. I forgot his name. I don't remember. Oh no. All right. So we got the first topic in the title done. Yay us. Now for the second. And then we got a bunch of random stuff to talk about.
Are you sure?
We're getting better.
We're
We're
I
getting
feel
better.
like we've done multiple. It feels like we've done multiple topics.
We did, but in the title is just Kanye and Thunderbolts. I keep it small like that for
Oh.
a reason.
That's what she said.
But
Want to get overwhelmed? No, Zoidberg, yes.
Zoidberg, yes. Thank you.
okay, so Kanye West wishes he had children with Paris Hilton instead of Kim Kardashian. Can you imagine if I had babies with Paris Hilton? How many hotels I'd have?
He's not wrong, is he?
I don't think Paris would be into you. Something tells me.
I think she probably would have been back in the day.
Would she have known she was into him back in the day?
Yeah, I don't know.
Seemed not herself.
I
I
think
like her hat
I
in this picture.
I
Sorry.
100% think she would have been into Kanye. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It seems like so. I don't know. I know a little bit about Paris because no matter what, like in the early 2000s, you couldn't escape her if you paid any attention to pop culture.
Mhm.
I feel like she was more into like the rich, like princes, like the princes and like oh my gosh, I can't think of
don't
the
know
word
about
right
that.
now.
The evidence-
She dated like I think she dated like a prince or something, but like people that had money, like of course Kanye had money, but I mean like it was not like celebrities really. Maybe like here and there you probably hear some of her like clubbing with a celebrity, but it was like
even like One Night in
like
Paris was all about that.
yeah, it was just like rich trust fund. There you go. That's what I was saying. Like trust fund type rich
fund.
boys is what she seemed like she was into. Because even who she's like married to now, like I don't think any of her relationship, generational wealth, yeah, Sean, stuff like that. From
Kanye
what I've
definitely has
seen,
generational.
Well, the amount of money
maybe.
he has, if he hasn't wasted it all.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just Rue's probably right. Who knows? Like especially back like in her clubbing and party days, like.
That's what she does now. You know, she's one of the
So
most
DJ.
well-paid DJs in the world. In fact, she might be the most well-paid DJ in the world.
Yeah, and
which
not
is
to mention
a
that
wild career switch. I
her
would never thought Paris Hilton and DJing went together.
I know. She was on like a talk show and said that when Biden was still president, she was asked to come DJ like one of his parties. She said no because she was going to Britney's wedding.
That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she's always said that she was like really good friends with her. So,
Yeah. Hey, Kanye, you messed up then. You know, you could have had one socialite heiress for another.
Yeah.
But you also
I mean-
messed up that relationship too, to be fair. Or I think.
I-
Who knows?
Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying here. Lexicon. Paris types like old money. Yeah. Not Nuevo rich.
Nouveau.
Nouveau.
I
Yeah.
thought it looked like
But
Nuvo.
That's
Okay.
The guys that I've seen her with, they were not old money. They were like rappers, singers, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they
like
were
clubbing and stuff.
new,
I think,
new
but like
celebrities, just like Kanye.
she was engaged a bunch and stuff, and that was like the old money types that I remember.
Yeah,
yeah,
married to.
like
yeah.
actually being with. Yeah, but yeah, who she
'Cause
might
I'm
have.
not
I don't
sure
think she
her
would have
family would let
There's
her get married to
hookups,
someone.
and then there's the
for her. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I think so. I'm not a fan of either of them. I will say that Paris definitely is like an entrepreneur, and she's even said she's kind of she kind of created the influencer, and she feels like she created evil with it. She said she's like, maybe I created a monster or something like that. Between her and Kim Kardashian, I would not that she created, but she definitely
we always had celebrity.
No,
yeah,
she
but
was like the first
influencer.
one to do reality television to the stupidity it is today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was. It was
Like
it came
content creation in that sense.
Yeah, it came at the same time of things like Big Brother, where people were famous for being famous, and you had no idea why they were celebrity. Everyone else was a celebrity because they did something, they had some kind of talent, and she was the first talentless random person that released a tape.
She
and
was
became
rich
famous for it.
at the very least, so there was a little fame in that because we all knew the Hilton hotels, right? I actually really like the Hilton hotels, and then
they are good.
What was the show that she did with Nicole Richie again?
Oh,
Simple Life. Yeah. That was like the first stupid show. And I watched it. And I'm like, you dumb bints, as you British people call them.
A lot of it was definitely like fake though. Like there was the one scene that I see where they're like, what's Walmart? They were like in like Alabama or something with a family. They're like, what's Walmart?
I can 100% believe she doesn't know what Walmart is. She's like, this is for the poor.
She's like, is that where the peasants shop?
Is that of the family, the Walmarts? It was like...
But what I got of those two, I wouldn't say that I have respect for either, but if I had to pick one, it would be Paris over Kim, because Kim just copied Paris. She's like a carbon copy, and then like, you know.
And then she made her own sex tape.
That's what I mean. But like Paris at least has like that entrepreneur stuff. Like she's a DJ, you know.
I mean, I actually think Kim is probably book smarter than Paris because isn't she like a lawyer or going to be a lawyer?
I think now, yeah. I just can't. I'm just not a Kardashian person. I'm not saying I'm a Paris person either, but like between them two, I'm like, I guess. I don't know.
I know even less about the Kardashians than I do Paris Hilton, but I've not seen anything from a Kardashian that seemed even remotely intelligent in any way, shape, or form. So
yeah.
Having
or
seen one
they
night
have
in
the
Paris,
right people
though,
around them.
Kanye will just say anything, really. That's the moral of that story is he's just gonna think like, what can I say to make people mad today?
Yeah, he needs to stop talking about his family.
He is insane. And there was that Twitch.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Kanye West was banned from Twitch just 7 minutes into his first stream.
I wonder if it was words or actions, like him saluting. I'm not straightening my arm.
I know he did. That's what I said before you got on. We were talking about it. I was like, he did something like that.
Oh, I don't think he did anything on the street. I'd be surprised. I reckon they just heard, what? Kanye's made an account, ban him. I think that was all it was.
They're like, no,
they knew him by
don't
reputation.
Can we have the VOD? I need the VOD.
You can get VODs of banned channels. There are just different websites that you need to get. Because Twitch doesn't delete the VODs. So people worked out what the links were.
I don't want to go to those sites. Maybe someone can find it for me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm surprised he lasted like that they didn't ban him like right away. Like as soon as he went live, just ban. 7 minutes. That's impressive.
Well, I think 7 minutes is impressive. Yeah, because you have to realize. So they probably only noticed when they saw his viewers skyrocket. So you've got that time for people to realize he's on the channel, and then they presumably have to be like, Kanye's on. Can we ban him? And then you have to go up to like the top guys to actually get a response. Because
so it took Cole 7 minutes.
Yeah, they would have known that banning Kanye would be PR, and that I imagine someone's going to sign off on that.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's more. Here's what happened. So let's see.
Can you make it bigger?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Damn it.
Stupid ad. The rapper went live in the early
This
morning
is
of
what you need,
April.
Pedro.
Here we go. I connected it out.
Is
The
Ian
rapper,
walking in the corner?
the rapper
Always.
went live in
He's
the
in
early
every
morning
corner.
of April 25th, and his broadcast lasted just 7 minutes until Twitch brought it down.
Now
It-
you've just cut off the thing. Like, you have to scroll
What?
to the left. We can't see the.
It doesn't go left. That's just I can zoom out a little
Well-
bit. Or wait.
Oh, there,
we
that's
go,
fine.
That's
The-
better.
The
Hold on,
left-hand side of
now
all the text is
it's-
always cut off.
That's it. There's no more. That's
Well,
as
it
far as
starts with
goes.
E.
For you, does it? The rapper
Oh,
went
actually,
live.
yeah, I'll
That's my
know.
thing.
Yee. It starts with Yee. It doesn't say Kanye.
Yay.
Yay.
His name is Yay.
Yeah, they call him Yay. The
Well, I
KAN
can't even
isn't
see
cut
the
off.
I don't know. Maybe my thing's messed up.
You see from here, it wasn't without success. However, as he
I can't see
quickly
the word "it."
Oh, that's a
really?
you problem then, I think.
Oh,
'cause I
that is
see it.
okay. I don't know what's going on then.
Weird.
Here, the rapper went live in the early morning of April 25th, and his broadcast lasted just 7 minutes until Twitch brought it down. It wasn't without success, however, as he quickly gained almost 3,000 followers and averaged over half of that in viewership during his short stream. You are met with the site's generic ban message when you click on the link he posted on his X account. The channel is temporarily unavailable due to violation of Twitch's community guidelines during the service, it reads. Okay. West hasn't commented on his ban at the time of writing, so the exact reason behind the suspension is still unknown. I thought this was gonna say why.
No, it's Dexerto.
yeah, that's
They're just
true.
farming. This is the thing, but that does mean if nobody knows why he got banned, it wasn't for something in the stream.
No.
So it will be for his
It's
previous
his mere
behavior, his tweets and
existence?
whatnot. Yes. Because Twitch will ban you for stuff you do off platform. So the moment they found out about his tweets, they'll be like, well, we can't have
Somebody
Oh,
him.
yeah,
tweeted
their
it, and I'm
TOS
so
is
glad-
that.
Somebody, I'm gonna send it to you guys on X so you can see it. I can't play that on stream. There's a little clip, and they're like this, and that's why.
Oh, is that the 59 seconds next to
It's 3
Paris? Is that what you mean?
seconds.
Oh.
Did he salute but extend
Oh
his arm?
yes. Oh yes, and then he said
Yeah.
something too.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I sent it to you guys on Twitter. Oh, that's
was that
why.
was that on Twitter?
I think that was the stream. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that was Twitch. Yeah.
If anybody wants to see what we're talking about, it's the Dextero post
Yeah.
under it. Somebody commented.
That's a lot of words
for
in
3
3 seconds.
I know.
I'm impressed he
bad.
could say that much.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Okay, let me get some of these super chats and then we'll move forward. Lexicon, thank you for another 2. A bunch of NyQuil and you'll be sick and high.
Hey,
You don't know what day it is.
it happens to me sometimes when I take the night pills. Like I'll start like yawning and talking nonsense. So,
Here, I'll let this brew read this one.
oh no.
Thanks for the 5, Corey.
What did the blanket say when it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet. We're all Spanish now. We actually have a kitchen roll thing, and it's like, oh, it's so absorbative, and it's got like a guy in all sort of Spanish or Mexican wear, and he's like, 1 sheet is plenty, and it's just you can't have a guy talking about sheets on TV. It just doesn't work. A sheet in the kitchen. It's like, no, stop it.
Ooh, yeah, no. There's some jokes girls can get away with, but not guys. And same thing vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
The singing takes for 2. X-Ray forgot to use her throat coat, or maybe not. I don't get it.
Is that like a medication?
I think it's meant to be throat goat.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Jason
assume
Webster,
you-
thank you for another Australian 5.
It's like, you're like, well, I numb my throat. It's like, well, that does have advantages.
There is medication that does numb your throat, okay?
If you
I'm
were
not
in
going to
a
ask how
car
you know that.
with
No,
me, she's in
it's
the medical field.
when I was sick. And oh well, there's a procedure that X-ray techs are a part of where they put a scope down your throat. So they spray like an
I've had that.
analgesic down your
Mhm.
throat so you don't feel it, so you don't have that a gag reflex.
Yeah.
So that's a throat coat, I guess.
Okay. All right. Get
And
it
now you're a throat goat.
If you were in a car with me driving X-Ray Girl, you would feel like you're in a car chase scene in a Bond film.
I don't like that.
No thanks.
I always liked it in one of Pierce Brosnan movies though, where he's going around. Yeah, I think it's in Goldeneye. They're going down the windy road, and he's being
He's chasing the
investigated.
girl, right? Or the girl's chasing him? That
Yeah,
one?
they're kind of racing.
Yeah.
And he's going too fast for her, and she's like, "Look, I'm as happy to be in a car, as like a speed car as the next girl." And then she just drives up next to him, and she's like, "Who is that?" The next girl, and then it just breaks down the things.
Yeah. Mark reality for 5 because little boys don't cry. Now walk it off. Arm chopped off.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tis but a scratch.
Ian, thank you for another 50 pounds. They couldn't have had kids because the Yahtzees. Hold on.
The mid-century Germans.
Oh my god.
Ian!
Oh my god.
I feel like when
Ian!
Ian drops stuff like this, he just goes, yes, and then takes a sip of his wine or whatever.
Of his whiskey or scotch. Oh, I made a funny.
You want to read this one just for it's for you.
What's
Oh, hi, miners are fun.
pineappling Disparu my ninja?
Thank you for the 2 minor. And also, he's
Whenever
for another
anyone
2.
says pineapple, I always think of the start of Metal Gear Solid, where he looks at the FAMAS and goes, "The FAMAS, pineapples." I have no idea why he calls them pineapples.
Mexicans don't say sheet homes. Homes.
They do say homes, though, apparently. They don't need to, though. It only needs to be part of the stereotype. And then that's enough for everyone to recognize. At that point, the moment the tourists start going over, you will say it just to please them what they expect.
I want to go back to Mexico. Such good food. They have like the simplest food there.
I've never been to
Beans,
Mexico. It's probably so
rice,
good. I love Mexican food.
Chicken.
Yeah, but you probably love the American impression of Mexican food, which probably isn't Mexican
Well,
food.
no, I've been to like
I've
ones
been
where
to
it's like
Mexico. Ate
No, he
some
means
Mexican
me.
food.
I've been to Mexican restaurants where it's like they're actually Mexican and they barely speak English, and you could tell that they're abuelas in the
Yeah.
those
kitchen
are
yelling
the
at
best.
them.
Where they can't speak English, those are the ones
Well,
you
they
need to go
can, but
to.
you can like it's very like broken English. And
Very
I've been to
simple.
American ones like Tex-Mex. That's more of like an American.
Like
Mexican.
you can definitely tell by the amount of salt, I think, whether it's Canadian or not Canadian, Americanized or really Mexican.
Yeah.
So
Because I always knew with like Chinese food, all the Chinese food we eat over here is not. that
oh,
food
it's
at
not
all.
real Chinese food.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta. I find it's too oily and salty here. And
Yeah, it's supposed to be very plain over there.
I hate breaded any meat. Like, why are we breading meat? That seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Chicken.
Taking the best food and just covering it in carbs randomly.
yeah, I would want just meat. Why are we eating like cheap stuff? Also, I have to say one thing I find really like kind of unique with British Chinese food is you could either get rice or chips.
Oh, yeah.
You have a
And they will
choice. I
even-
think it's cute.
They will even sell like English dishes that you can just get sausage and chips and stuff if you want. So
Mhm.
random.
But yeah, I kind of grew to like chips with like the sauces and you just drizzle them all over. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh
Sounds good.
god, don't clip that, psychotic mongoose. Please don't.
So some of this stuff is like kind of old news, but I had it bookmarked for our last stream that we didn't do. So this was probably like a little over a week ago. But Kelly Marie Tran says, I was persecuted by racist Star Wars fans.
God, weren't they supporting her?
It's the same with her and John Boyega. And they both come out. They're just like, yeah, it wasn't the writers that ruined our stories. It was you. Like, okay.
Did they get the Disneyfied therapy session?
They
Well,
must
in
have,
the-
because they're both
in
coming
the
out like
article-
within a week of each other.
In the article, it even talks
This
about
one?
yes, it even talks about how because people have said, well, when she left social media, she said she was leaving it because she was stressed and stuff, and it wasn't about the fans. They actually talk about this. They got in all of the like the excuses and stuff that people would use, the rebuttals, and put this. So it's just a hit piece, and I do think she's trying to revive her career essentially. Just playing victim to get back in.
Yeah, she says, so we'll just read this part because I like that they sometimes put the like important part of the article just in the tweet so I have to read the article.
Variety essentially do their entire article over about 10 tweets throughout a day.
It's interesting how it seems to be happening pretty consistently to actors of color who find themselves in these spaces. And I think these occurrences are a microcosm. I've never heard that word before. For the social climate that we're living in. And it's really unfortunate. We live in a world where those identities have been weaponized so that people are not able to see the bigger picture. I really just want people to recognize it's the system that's the problem. Stop scapegoating people of color or queer people or anyone who's different.
But they didn't with you.
Yeah, but even in that, she is kind of going, don't blame us, blame Hollywood, which is rare for them to go. But it's like, it's weird. I don't even think you can have John Boyega in this picture because he's flip-flopped so much. He's been like, it's the fans' fault, it's Hollywood's fault, it's the fans' fault again. And just, he will say whatever he needs to get his next job.
Which is sad. I don't like flip-floppers. Pleasers, if you will.
I mean,
please
you're
yourself,
right.
don't please me. I don't like people trying to please me.
No, they're the worst types of managers and employees to have because you never know what they'll actually want and they'll stab you in the back. So.
Oh yeah, the kind of people that when you go, well, what would you prefer? And like, nothing. But they actually do want something and they just want you to guess.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not a mind reader. Okay.
Yeah, they get offended that you don't choose the one that they were secretly thinking of.
that happens a lot with girlfriends. I find like I've actually gotten into conversations with girls and I've told them, I'm like, did you really think that he was going to guess that you wanted that without telling him? Like, think about it for a second.
Yeah, there was what it was in some quite old TV show at this point. But I think she dumps him, and he's just like, oh, okay. And then later on, she's like, I wanted you to fight for me. It's like, you split up with him. How was he supposed to know that you didn't mean it?
Was that a test? Like, I don't want these tests. I just need you to tell me, do you want me or do you not?
Yeah, and Lady G's mentioned it before as sort of one of her hated scenes. It's like, how is he supposed to know? It doesn't make any sense what she's doing here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be the kind of fantasy female, the female fantasy of the idea that the guy that you'll say no to, but he fights for you anyway because he just knows that you don't mean it. It's so weird.
That fairy tale, but then if it's someone who is like not cute, then you think it's creepy.
Oh yeah, he should also know that you do actually mean it. It's Schrodinger's idea. It's like...
I don't understand people sometimes.
No, it's so random. It's like if someone asks me a question, I don't care. I genuinely don't have a preference between the two. But because people do that, there are people that don't believe you when you say, I don't care. And then, no, I really want an answer from you. So everybody else loses out because these people lie about it.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're on a Star Wars-ish topic, I thought we should bring this up because she's like, what, 10, 12, whatever. And this is how kids talk normally. We need less male-centric Star Wars.
I saw that.
If you took away that picture, you assume that would come from like a 23-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not coming at the
Where'd
kid.
they learn
This
it
is her
from?
parents. This is her parents talking, publicists, whatever. Like, I'm not coming at the kid because when you tell,
She said it.
Yeah, but she's still a kid.
You're responsible for what you say. Learn.
He's like, I don't care. After the age of 2, you're in trouble for whatever
if you're not responsible for what you say, you shouldn't be allowed to give interviews. That's the whole point. If this is her, like, if these are the talking points she's been given, this is what her career has been chosen for. This is what the people in charge of her want her to do. Like,
yeah, she's 12. Sorry, I had looked it up.
Yeah, like, you are responsible for what you say, and if you're not, then you shouldn't be saying it. It's like when people, it's like when people say, oh, somebody did this because they're ill. Well, if they're ill, they should be locked up then. If you're not responsible for your actions, you shouldn't be allowed to do this stuff. So I would bold people 12-year-olds shouldn't give interviews.
Hey, and at least she learned early on in life versus later on, like Rachel Zegler.
The Saucy chat has no sympathy for the children. They're like, nah, go to jail. Whoa, kid, get out of here.
My question is, like, if there are more females in Star Wars and not very well written characters, who's
She
gonna
can outrun
watch it?
grown men.
No one's watching it.
Yeah.
And also, this entire statement is, I think I need more jobs. That's all it is. It is just a selfish comment about how other people should lose out on opportunity so that you can get more.
You know what? You shouldn't hire men. Hire me.
Yeah, it's like, you know all those other roles that you're probably casting for someone else? No, I need to be in those. And you are more moral if you give it to me than you give it to them. Piss off.
I think that was the last Star Wars show I watched. That was Obi-Wan, right? That she was in the running, that's terrible running scene.
Oh my god, where she was under the coat?
Yeah, that's the last one it was either that or Boba Fett. Whatever one was last is the last Star Wars show I watched, and I was like,
yeah, she had
hurts.
3 different weird scenes. In 2 of them, she outran grown men, and then she was hidden under a coat, and then just lifted it up. And back then, remember when she did the interview going, yeah, as I was filming, I thought this was stupid. Like, how do they not see me? But none of the adults saw the problem.
Maybe they had widescreen vision like me, so they could only see like this little area of slit.
Well, she's 12 now. This was a
They
picture
needed
from when
IMAX
she was
vision.
on the show, which was
Not X-View.
like, was it like 4 years ago that the Obi-Wan show was? Right?
3 or 4, I think.
Something like
was it
that. So
that
yeah,
long
she
ago?
probably is about 8 here. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. To destroy the innocence of children is sick. I absolutely agree with that, Lexicon. It's they're coming for the kids. We already know this though.
This is one of the issues when your child could essentially earn enough for the parents. And so now they're looking after it. But the child has no concept of the money, but the parents, they know the bills and they just want them to get them into as many roles as possible.
Well, that's a big thing with Hollywood. Like what's her name
moms,
from that? Yeah,
essentially.
A lot of like Amanda Bynes, like all these people that.
Oh my god, Amanda Bynes.
She's a big example. She was in the single digits when she first started, and
Look
her parents.
Where she is now. It's
I know,
scary.
and it's sad what happens to these kids. Even Britney Spears, when she was in the Mickey Mouse Club, like she started very young. She was 15 when she was doing Baby One More Time, and these grown men are like ogling her.
Here.
Her parents dressed her like that.
This could be young Leia one day, okay?
Oh,
that's
gosh,
Amanda Bynes to today. Isn't that crazy?
I feel awful. I loved Amanda Bynes growing up. I was so into all that and the Amanda Show. Like she had it to be a great comedian. She was for her when she was young, but then, you know, she just it's sad. Like I don't even make fun of her. I feel awful for her, what her parents did to her and the Hollywood.
It's one of the things that they think if something happens to you that you don't want, then you feel the need to make yourself ugly so that nobody wants you, so it doesn't happen again. So it's kind of like a defensive move. When like
I mean, same with like a lot of these kids, like they'll be poor.
Well, if you
and their families push them, like Macaulay Culkin. His parents did that to him. His dad more so. What's her name? Jeanette McCurdy. I read her book that was like, I'm glad my mom's dead because her mom like.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's the name of her book. But her mom abused the crap out of her. She made her, you know, do all the stuff that she didn't want to do. And she was put in bad situations. Bad things happened to her, and they put pressure on a kid. Like, okay, well, you are the breadwinner for the family. Like, could you imagine at like the age of 10 having to take care of your whole family? That's so stressful.
Look at like Justin Bieber now today too.
That's what I was looking for. I saw a tweet and I can't find it.
Let me see if I can find it.
This is what happens after you've just met like a rapper, and it just showed what he was like when he was younger to now.
It was a downward spiral in the last like 3 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how like the difference in the years of these photos are.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
It also looks like it's a bit edited. I know he definitely doesn't look as, you know, he's still pretty young too. He started on YouTube. His parents did that to him. Like he got viral on YouTube, and then they introduced him to like Diddy and everything. And that's
well, he wanted to be famous, but I don't think he was ready and be able to protect himself.
Yeah, that's when your parents have to protect you, and a lot of times they don't. Like even the Olsen twins, right? Like when they were little, like infant little and Full House, they wanted, like, they would take them away from the parents because they wanted them to be able to act. And when they're too young, if they see like mommy in the corner and stuff, and it's like it makes sense, but at the same time, no parent should allow that. Don't have your kids out of your sight.
What it was
In front of these Hollywood people.
Loads of clips of Justin Bieber, and he's on stage or in interviews, and both men and women are just groping him when he's underage.
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips of that. It's weird.
It was even it was the fat British guy who went over there and started presenting Saturday Night TV. Completely unfunny.
James Corden?
James Corden, yeah. And he goes up to me, he's like, "Oh, you smell gorgeous."
I saw
and
that clip.
It's so creepy.
It is.
Yeah.
So I can see why he's done that, because I saw a clip recently of him. He was in like some dance club, and you can tell he's just on something, and he's kind of
coping with.
Yeah, it's
drugs.
just
I think I have a video of that. We can.
And there was also a video of him like crying and saying, "We got to save Billie," like Billie Eilish, because she was young and getting into like
The video I saw, he's even worse than that.
nuts.
He's just like sitting down and he's just like moving his head. It's just, you're not on this planet. It's...
Yeah, Warren's a good point. Drew Barrymore, she had to like get clean at the age of like 14. She was like 8 years old, walking around with like Hollywood parties, getting drunk and doing drugs, and her mom allowed it, like pushed it on her even.
I don't know how Haley's dealing with all this. His wife.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard. Of course, I hear some celebrity gossip, and unless it's like a celebrity I actually like, I don't really look into it. Didn't he call Selena, like, blow up her phone the day of his wedding, and she didn't answer?
I wouldn't either.
I know.
Like, basically from 2024, even then.
Yeah.
He's
like a kid in 2010. He still got the baby fat. And 2012, honestly.
I think he's actually underaged in these, so.
That's what I mean. Like, he still got the baby fat. Like, he's young.
Yeah. Insane.
It's sad.
Hollywood, what Hollywood does to kids.
What happened
Keep
to,
kids away from Hollywood.
I can't remember. I could see her face. I can't remember her name. But she was another Disney character. Came out, and she just started like doing interviews topless and stuff, because she said it gave her power that other people felt awkward around her, and so rather than her feeling nervous, she made them nervous, and that made her feel powerful.
I don't know that one either. I was about to start saying people, but I don't remember any of these.
Wrecking Ball.
Oh, Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
She did topless interview? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised. I just don't remember.
Yeah, she used to wear outfits that deliberately showed them off when she went to
once she broke up with Liam Hemsworth, she did a lot of more provocative stuff.
And as she went into the provocative stuff, she made herself more ugly. She shaved off all her hair and everything, and she almost deliberately made herself look weird and creepy. And it's only now she's kind of gone back to how she was.
I think she just needed to swing back entirely the other way to feel like she had some semblance of a life. Maybe.
Like
well, there's
protective mechanisms.
The theory, which does make sense, that like the Disney, especially Disney, but also like Nickelodeon, but mostly Disney, because they get put into these contracts they don't let them out of, and you got to keep the squeaky clean image. So they go partying and doing crazy stuff like Miley Cyrus so that they get out of their contracts. Because Disney actually owned her name. Like her actual name at one point. I know. I watched a video, like a deep dive into it. I was like, that's nuts. And I forgot how she did it, but she found a way around it.
Because I didn't think you could own somebody's name.
Well, because she used Miley in the show. So she was Miley and Hannah Montana, right? Like her stage name in the Hannah Montana show was Hannah Montana, but Miley was like her real name that she used in the show as well. It was something like that, but her and her mom or parents found a way around it, and they got out of it. But
yeah, maybe that's an American thing, because I think over here, it being your name is like a legal defense. So obviously, I can use my name as my business. You know.
Yeah. The only person that had got out scot-free, mostly that we know of, Hillary Duff.
Yeah, she did. I think she probably had to go through some stuff, but they left kind of early, right? Like Lizzie McGuire was like the first like really popular Disney show. Like that was like the blueprint for Hannah Montana and everything that went after it. Even though she did singing in the movie, not in the show. But yeah, they were trying to screw her over like money wise, and her parents actually like cared about, if she's going to do this, she's going to make money. And like they were very invested in it, I think. So they definitely, they were just like, nah, that's why Lizzie McGuire got canceled. So she got out of it pretty scot-free.
We had some kind of, she was like an opera singer. Well, I think she was really young at the time, like 14 or something. I don't remember her name. I think, and she just started smoking. And it's like, if you're a singer, one of the worst things to do would be smoke, because you'll destroy your voice.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Miley is like a big like pothead, and I thought the same thing. I'm like,
But she's got that raspy voice down packed. It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
I guess.
yeah,
She
she
no.
does
does.
an
it's
opera,
true.
though. It was
It does.
Yeah,
an
for
opera.
opera for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because this girl went
Is
massive.
this
I
what
think
you're
she sung
talking
for the
about?
Charlotte Church, yes. She like sung for the Pope and stuff. She blew up and would have had a massive career, and then just destroyed herself. And I've only just remembered her now.
Victoria Justice, she actually got screwed over. She seems to be doing well because she said no to the producers. And it shows in the show because it was supposed to be her show. And then they started putting Ariana and Liz Gillies more in the spotlight near the end of Victorious. And she got like a reputation in Hollywood that she was hard to work with, which is what happens when these actresses say no to the producers. So she's okay, but she can't really get work because
Well, Brett, is it Brett Cooper?
Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, she gave a story where her mom was protecting her from that kind of stuff.
I think I
And
heard
there was
this.
Yeah, there was an interview that went on, and this other woman's mom said she'd be there, and then it turned out that no, she was setting her up. So she didn't want her daughter alone with this guy because he was getting handsy even when they were there. But she also didn't want to be in the room. So she was kind of like, I will sacrifice your daughter to try and protect mine a bit. It's
That's disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Brett was sort of, as he was walking along, he put his hand in both of our back jeans pockets. And this is when they're all underage and stuff.
That's so gross. Ew.
Yeah, it's dark. They I'm sure there's still some form of this, but I know back like Nickelodeon producers like back, and I hate this because this is the shows that I grew up watching. I loved all that and like the 90s shows, but they would have like hot tub parties and pool parties with these underage girls, and the parents would let them go. That's
well, Brett said
like,
that when
worst
he
part
did
of it, I think. Like
like
what?
she wanted to pull his hand out and stuff, and the other girl was like, "No, shush, shush, like my big break." So they know. Everybody involved knows. The parents knows. it's
Pimp
like,
out your child just to make money. No, not worth it.
It seems like Game of Thrones in the background.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me get some of these supers. Eric Heffelfinger for 5. They could have had kids. They could have had kids because Paris is becoming majority black. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
They went over my head, Eric. We'll give
I'm
we'll
so
give this Drew a
confused.
second.
Oh no, it's. I think he's talking about the joke from before. Was they couldn't have kids because he pulls out, and it's like, well, Paris. Like Paris is mostly like him now anyway.
Oh, the
It's
actual
meta on multiple levels, so you're talking. We're confusing the names of the people with the places, what's happening in real life with the
we get
previous
it.
joke
We get it
from
now.
like half an hour ago. And it's like all merging.
I also don't know much of what's going on in actual Paris,
I'm
France.
still
so
confused.
Well, the super chat tells you, like
now
Paris,
we know.
yeah, Paris has very little French people in it anymore.
Minor Zircon for 2. I love Mexican stereotypes. I'm going to Home Depot.
Oh my god.
Market Reality for 5. You can tell real Mex food by the spice level. Go to Tijuana and find a restaurant where the cook's a little old Mexican lady.
Ooh, I do like me some spicy food.
Me too.
I like how everyone knows though that the best food is just cooked by old women. It's like old
'Cause
tiny
they know what they're
women
doing,
with like a
man.
hunchback. And like, I've been doing
They've
this.
perfected the recipes their whole life.
There was a steakhouse where it's all kind of cooked, and I think he made his own kind of ovens and stuff for it. And then he's
Wow.
like, yes, she's been cooking them for the last 56 years. I want one of those steaks. Because she was going down all of the ovens, and she cooked all of them for the entire place. So, yeah, she knows how to do
Wow.
a steak.
Well-
Lexicon for 5. That's why I'm so ugly now. All my life, women were seducing Me. I'm not just a piece of meat.
Oh my
God.
god.
I needed to
I'm
turn them away.
sorry. Back up.
He's the only guy that owns a stick to literally beat them off. It was like, I have to stop him.
Get
Like a
back, you
scene in The
heathens.
Matrix 2 where all the Agent Smiths are coming for Neo.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just fighting them all.
Yeah.
A bunch of hot chicks.
Yeah, he can't use links. It's too powerful.
Gary Thomas for 5. Speaking of Hillary Duff, did you know she is King Charles' 19th cousin and considered the most royal American celebrity?
Really?
I didn't know that.
That's cool.
Is that like 19th removed cousin? It's like
So
all
is
the way
she
over there.
like the does she have a title? No, probably not.
Probably not. Oh, I like that.
Thank
Like-
you. I got cold all of a sudden.
What do you guys think of this? Home Alone 2 director Chris Columbus says he wants Donald Trump's cameo removed. I just wish it was gone. I can't cut it. If I cut it, I'll probably be sent out of the country. I don't think he cares that much about you, Chris. First off, he's not going to send you out of the country because you took out a 10-second
That's-
cameo that you filmed in his
I would.
hotel. What I get of this is that people are just so soft and so fragile and they need to toughen up. Like, what the heck? This is a 90s movie. You filmed in his hotel. So, I mean,
Well, I
Are you
think
gonna
that's the thing. In the full article, he said that one of the contingent, like it was contingent on him being in the movie.
yeah, it was.
that he filmed in there in the first place.
Which is
And
fine.
now, at the
I would
time,
do
he
the
thought it
same
was a
thing. I'd
good
be like,
deal. So
listen. Yeah.
This sounds like the people who are taking back what they did, regretting things. Hey, it happened. It was a great part of the movie. It's not the worst part of the movie. Hey, it's fine. You know, you don't have to hate 10 seconds of it.
It's so
It is
stupid. He
a-
just goes down the like. Would they say the same thing if it was like Obama or Biden? No. And people that don't like Obama or Biden because on the other side they're a little bit tougher skin, they're not going to cry about it and say get it removed.
there was also in the a full article. I don't know if it's the same article, but he said that it was in one of the cuts and it could have been cut out, but they sent it to test screenings. And when he came on the screen, they cheered. And so he was like, okay, keep it in. So he made a conscious decision to keep it in the movie at that point because people liked it. So
Yeah.
he's doubly removing what he did. It's not like he was forced to. He put it in because the audience agreed. And now he's just annoyed
Yeah,
because
he was
the audience still
benefiting
agrees.
with it at the time. And guess what? He's having buyer's regret.
He's probably benefiting from it now. It's become a bit of a meme that he's in this movie. Although I think some TV shows have cut him when they've put it on their channels at some points. Been like, oh, well, we didn't have the time, so we cut the pointless scenes.
Yeah. And yeah, very good point, Lexicon, for 5. Thank you. It's trendy to have TDS in those circles. It's for cred.
It's
with
your social
cretins.
cred. Yeah.
Exactly.
You have the right opinions, we'll get you more work.
Like I
Well,
said,
they-
people
they-
are just fragile and soft.
They change their mind on people all the time anyway. They didn't used to have a problem with him. He was everywhere. Same with Elon. He used to be the darling of all their stuff. He was going to save the world, and now they've turned against him. So
Yeah. Oh, Teslas, get the Teslas. And then now
yeah, they were
it's
telling
like,
everyone to save the world, buy a Tesla before. So
There's really people that are so retarded that they have put on their cars, I bought this Tesla before in 2020. Don't burn it, please.
yeah, it was the same thing that happened with shops.
I
It's
bought
like
it when it was cool.
appeasing the mob. Please don't hurt me.
I know, right?
It's like maybe if you're asking people not to beat you up and destroy your property,
You're in the
you're
wrong
on the wrong
crowd.
side. Yeah, maybe these people shouldn't be your friends.
I want to see if I can find it. It was just like, we stand with the LGBT. Okay.
Like, can you imagine going to a friend group and be like, I just hope they don't punch me today? It's like, please, please, I'm weak and vulnerable. Don't punch me.
Well, they are. I just said it. They're fragile.
It's like
TDS.
you could have just said hello, you know.
He could have just said hello.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So I'm watching Love is Blind right now, and there's that the scene that there was a girl who broke up with a guy, like didn't say yes to a guy at the altar because he didn't have the right social values. And it's not that he didn't have the right social values. He didn't openly have the right social values.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
You have to virtue signal over them, otherwise
And it was
what's
the
the point?
saddest thing because I'm watching it with with that in the back of my mind, and they are one of the most compatible couples ever that I've seen on Love is Blind. Like they have the same jokes, the banter and whatnot. And to have a social justice warrior where she's constantly saying, my sister's a lesbian. I want, all this, BLM, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You do whatever you want. But to not give yourself love because he's not that vocal about it, I think it's insane.
It's because she only holds those opinions to gain social status. So, she didn't genuinely believe them. If things switched tomorrow and you got social value by saying the other, she would immediately switch. And so to her, it's pointless even having them in the first place unless you're going to tell people, because that's where your social value comes from.
So crazy, because those social values are not going to stick with you day in, day out like your husband would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she wants the status. Why women marry rich, powerful men. Politicians generally can have attractive wives, even if they're not ugly, just because they've got power. And that in itself is attractive because he's high status. And that means he can protect me, kind of
I
thing.
just think it's crazy.
This rule, like this one. Jessica Alba is proving that she's a girl's girl through and through. She says the Blue Origin space mission anger should be directed at Trump.
Wait, why?
What?
What?
He had nothing to do with this.
I know.
In any way.
I'll go through a little bit. I read
Hey,
this
I like
article on
Jessica
there.
Alba. Why are we ruining her right now? No.
So this was what she put. This. So she means it. I've seen endless
normally,
criticism.
When someone goes this, they're not the ones that said it. They
I
just
know.
agree. They took
It's
it from
usually
somewhere
this.
else.
It's usually when someone tweets something
Yeah.
like, he's right, like that. Like, okay, so this. So she really wants us to know that she means what she said. I've seen endless criticism of 5 women doing their space thing. Space thing.
They took a taxi.
I can't see how it affects our lives. I wish people would show same energy and focus that anger towards fearlessly denouncing Trump's abuse of power, which do affect countless lives in the U.S. and the world.
Oh. See,
Like, why? Just flip it.
This is the social status from virtue signaling.
Exactly. It reminded me of it.
I'm a good person. You'll never
Look at
believe how
me.
good I am compared to you. Have you
I'm
said
so
this?
good that I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Stupid.
don't understand.
The thing about that whole space thing to me is this is the first group of people to do this. You're essentially going, look, we all thought they were
before.
we all thought they were mentally incompetent. Nobody thought they could clap their hands, let alone go into space. But don't you know, those retards have managed it. It's like you would not congratulate a grown adult for catching a ball, but you would a 4-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well done. Yeah, it's encouraging. We all thought you were stupid, but one day you'll grow up into a full person, is what you're saying when you're congratulating them. And that's how people were treating those women as well. We all thought you were stupid and thick, and you'd die. But congratulations, you've made it another day in life.
Whenever I see those pictures, I think of the one lady whose face, just gravity was like, that facelift ain't helping you here, honey. She was like,
yeah. If they actually manned the ship and was able to do it, I could maybe give them some credit. But they didn't train. They didn't do anything worth.
No, it's a taxi. It was just...
There's so many astronauts that we should maybe talk about, like the ones that got stuck in space for months when they're supposed to be there for days.
or ones that didn't even make it.
Oh yeah, because of the mechanical error, or what was it, like a coding error? Yeah. That was wild.
Can you imagine? No, we're not like. I think they, if anything, should be kissing the ground when they got back. Okay, Katy Perry, you were out, not even in space for 9 minutes, was it?
Yeah, and those people were kept in space for political reasons because they didn't want to give Trump a win. That's what that was. Because Elon was talking about it. He's like, no, we could have brought them back months ago, but we weren't given permission, and because it was, it would have helped the wrong cause, and so they just left them up there.
And that's really bad for their health. Your bone density decreases significantly because you're not putting any pressure on it. And I don't know if they had the equipment to, maintain.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Up there. Or as best as they can. I mean, the one woman looked so haggard when she came back. Like, she looked like she went through a lot. She probably went to the hairdresser pretty much right after she got back.
I liked, what was it, Bonnie Blue, though, came out, and they've been competing before, and now they want to go between being the first women to bang in space. That was the first title I saw after that.
Oh,
And then somebody
no.
just posted, "You are insane if you think the Russians or somebody else hasn't already done it."
I
They're
mean,
up there
I'm
for
sure they
months.
banged in space. Okay,
Yeah.
they just didn't live stream it or
need the
make content from
exercise.
it.
Oh, did you see the meme though as well? They
No.
did the women men take pictures of the thing, and women take pictures of themselves covering up things more
Oh.
interesting than their face. They were taking a picture of the Earth, and it was just with their face covering up the Earth. Great picture there, love.
Speaking of space ladies, I don't know. What do you guys think of the Silver Surfer? Changing it.
God.
I
It's,
know it's
like,
supposed to be a
such
guy,
bad
so
CG. Well,
it
okay.
is.
I was watching Terminator 2, and I thought that computer graphics or whatever it was looked way better than
There's so much better stuff
2025.
from 20 years ago. Like, look at like Jurassic Park. I know they actually had animatronics or some of it, but there was a lot of CGI in that movie, and it still holds up today. So it's like, how did it get worse?
And it's gonna look even worse like 5 years later when we watch this again. You're like, what the heck? Like, what?
Exactly.
Is that our peak?
Look, it is literally the meme. They did the meme. His face, tiny little cutout of a window. I'm most of the thing.
Wow. Priorities, guys. It's a selfie, okay?
It doesn't exist. Like, the world doesn't exist unless my face is in it. Isn't that how it comes across?
So I didn't see. I don't know this character. You guys both saw Minecraft. What do you think of this? I can't
We're
really
not doing
comment on
Silver
it.
Surfer? That was quick.
Oh, do you want to talk more about Silver Surfer? We
Well,
can.
Sure.
It was more just because I don't know the comics, so I'm not really
Let me see, I
attached
think I
to
have
a
a different
male
book
Silver
for it.
Surfer or female. I don't know.
I don't know
Apparently she's in a
either.
few, but I think there's way bigger problems with the movie than the Silver Surfer, and it seems to be what
yeah.
everyone's focusing on. Whereas I'm like, Pedro Pascal is awful. What they're talking about, the family dynamics, how the guys come out and gone. You know, he's not going to be toxically masculine anymore. She's going to lead them all.
Oh my god, yeah.
I just think that the Silver Surfer for me is the least problem with the movie, but seems to be taking all of the rage.
Because
Yeah.
it's the biggest switch around.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what I meant to bring up. It shows it looked better before. Like, how does it look better? 2005.
Oh yeah,
Look at
way
that.
better.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's almost got a bigger chest.
He does.
He does. Like her, I know she's not like a big bosomed woman, but they did her a disservice.
No, but she could.
They
be.
did.
Like, you're CGIing her. You could give her any size you wanted. You being made out of liquid metal, so.
Yeah, yeah.
There are some weird things when people have paused, like a flying through. They go off in every direction. Like they've given those things jiggle physics.
Or I like to call it jizzle physics.
Well, you'd have to be a bit bigger for that.
God.
Yeah, but Drew's right. There's bigger problems than this. I don't know the comics. It's just annoying that it's like, okay, they took another opportunity to do a gender swap without any real
reason.
It's not going to add to it. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's the changing. Well, not so much the because I don't know the original stuff. But they're turning the characters into horrible people.
Yeah.
And it's just all red flags. So the moment they start talking about that thing, the rest of the story doesn't normally hold up either. Because the people that hold those beliefs can't make good stories. They just write about depression and stuff.
And we're back at
We're back at the
We always are.
depression.
Yeah.
It always goes back
They're probably
to
going to
that.
be crying, you know.
Do you think the CGI artists felt depressed when they made this? Because I
would.
feel it.
I
Yeah.
would. There's the paycheck.
And even
This
the
is-
hair looks horrible too.
It
Like
does. Oh, here.
It's
I'll
like
look
the
it up,
10th
sorry.
thing they've made this week in their sweatshop of the CGI minds.
Sweat
it's
CGI.
actually just Asian children making this. This is why it looks so infantile.
It
Look,
probably
he's
would
already-
look better.
He's
They
already
have more
jumped off a balcony.
imagination.
He's already jumped off a balcony twice this week, but they keep putting nets there to stop him.
I don't want to make the Silver Surfer. Oh,
He didn't need to
gosh.
be pushed off a roof. He just he did it willingly. Like,
Yeah.
done.
What's it
Yeah.
the Matrix?
20-year difference, and that looks so much better. They're just so lazy now. They don't care at all. They don't care about the quality. They don't care about the story.
I mean, did he really have abs like that back in the day? Like they could have given her abs too or
I
something.
don't give her abs, make her boobs a little bigger. Like, come on. But it's women can't have figures anymore. They got to have little boy bodies.
Oh God, I'm surprised that they didn't make her fat at that rate.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see
you
that
imagine-
movie.
I'd
That
rather
would have
see
been
that.
amazing. Like just Lizzo on a surfboard covered in metal going through. That would have
Like
been
OG
genius.
Lizzo before she
Yeah.
started her weight loss. Please.
Can you imagine the jiggle physics? That would have been
Oh my
amazing. She'd make her out of liquid metal. And she's like commence jiggling as she's like swirling around all over
Like,
the place.
Everyone who has the ability to change their body, they always immediately change themselves into a hot person. I don't
Yeah.
understand this.
Well, if you with and again, Ozempic, really horrible stuff happening to people that were taking it. Would not never
face.
recommend it to anybody. Well, it's
The
not the
Ozempic
face.
face.
As like serious side effects are coming through now with like bone density and stuff.
Ooh.
Um,
Yeah.
But it is a case of all the people that were like, no, you can be happy at any weight. I'm happy how I am. They've all taken it. It's like none of them have like stuck by their convictions they've had for decades.
I know. It's very sad. The first time I ever like felt like actual anger towards the the fit shamers, I guess, was when Adele lost all that weight and they're like, how dare you? I'm like,
What do you
she's
mean?
universally loved. Like, what the hell?
How dare you get healthy? Now I have to feel bad about myself. Like that's how
that
it is.
genuinely,
It's-
yeah, it is. I am comforted the fact that other people are successful that look like me, because that means that I can stay this way and don't have to put any effort in. So you're taking away their excuse essentially, which feels like an attack to them.
Yeah, which is stupid. Do a push-up. Do a push-up. Do a sit-up, okay? Like you're jiggly, do a sit-up.
Yeah.
Or
Do a
100.
sit-up, then have a
There was-
pie.
I saw, oh my gosh. Okay, so I was at Universal the other day, and we'll get to that in a minute, but Epic Universe, I wasn't there, but they have like this fat influencer she's like, the dark universe is not fat people friendly, and that some parks have like a seat that you can sit in to see if you're going to fit into it, if you go on the ride.
Couldn't?
She was huge, and then people are like, the next ride you should go on is called a treadmill, and they're like,
Oh,
wild.
she was
no.
big. She was big. So it's just like don't shame them for not having like you were. She was like,
Yeah,
was
but
real
there are
big.
reasons why they limit the seat size, because
Exactly.
safety.
Weight
physics
too.
exists. Like you
Yes.
could go around the corner and drag that thing off the side. They have to
Yeah.
limit you.
But when I was at Universal, I went to the monster makeup thing. They do this like it's a little half-hour thing. It's really cool. But she was making jokes. They were coming at Disney. They were showing a clip from one of the old monster movies where someone was like digging a grave, and she's like, "And there's Disney burying the new Snow White movie." I was like, it was just really funny. I wasn't expecting that. She was coming at them. She was coming at the Kardashians. It was a really funny show. But I wish I could have recorded the Snow White line because it was good.
Mhm.
She even said like they would take people from the audience and do like funny things, and there was a kid from England in the front. His name was like Thomas or something, and she was messing with him, and she's like, "This isn't Disney. I don't have to be nice to children." Like it was funny. I liked it.
Oh, okay. My favorite fat
Oh.
like fat shaming thing was there's certain parks where you actually like cave systems where you have to be thin enough to move through. And there was a fat influencer that was upset that they were like, you should have like opened up these caves and stuff for mobility for people in wheelchairs.
Mobility.
And you're like, this is a national park, not like a ride that you got. Like, are you asking nature to change for you? Like, this is insane.
I'm gonna need
I
you to
knew the
cut down
way.
this tree so I can fit. Like what?
I would make things exclusive, so that way they lose out on enough stuff that they decide I want to do this stuff, and so it gives them a reason to do it. So one of the best ideas, I don't know whether it was a myth or not, but there was a rumor going around that at one point after Super Size Me, McDonald's suggested narrowing their doors so fat people can't get in. And I was like, this is one of the most genius things I've ever
Oh my
heard in my
God,
life.
Thailand. Did you see that restaurant
Oh,
that
they give
had like
discounts.
the discounts if you
That's-
fit through
yeah.
a certain area? It was like, sorry, you got to pay the full price. And then there was like 5, 10, 50. The 20% was really tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works because, well, they're definitely not going to eat much food. That's genius.
But yeah. Anyways,
Funny.
we got another discount Dr. Disrespect, clearly.
Clearly. So I didn't watch it. Do you think that was there any?
No.
No, I think it's just the sunglasses, and like
Yeah.
these sunglasses like fit his personality
Mhm.
more than Dr. Disrespect, in my opinion.
Now, they may have got the... Well, I think they may have got the glasses from him, but there's nothing about his look. There's nothing about the way he talks. He does talk about how he's a big pro gamer in the past, but apart from that, none of his story lines up with the stories that Dr. Disrespect have said. So, it's one... There's a couple of points, but nothing...
It's just a reach.
Yeah.
Is this character in Minecraft as well? Like, I'm actually not sure. I haven't really played that.
I don't
much.
think so, but I
Okay.
think it's just Bob, isn't it?
Son-
And the
I don't
monks and things.
remember.
His
I did a
name?
memory dump.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
not really much. It's the sunglasses are not even like 1-to-1 either. It's just
Well, they would
shiny.
have to even if they were inspired by him, they would have to change it. Just because otherwise, you have copyright issues and stuff.
So this says that his viewers that have watched the Minecraft movie pointed out several major
Outlandish
comparisons.
outfits and wild haircuts.
That can be said by about a lot.
He wears clothes and he's got hair. Is essentially what you've said there. He even uses
He's
sunglasses.
got hair and sunglasses. Total copy, man. Let me tell
Their
you.
car is red. That's what. That was the next one. One drives
Guys.
a red Lamborghini. The other one drives a red Pontiac or something. It's like,
Disbrew has short hair. That's why he's a lesbian, okay?
at any
Sorry.
size length of hair. And like I said, if I shaved it off bald, I'd just be Cynthia Erivo.
I like that
Trying
joke.
too hard to be Cynthia, okay? There's absolutely no way Garbage Man isn't at least somewhat based off Dr. Disrespect. Okay. They're just trying to get attention. Moving on.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know. I didn't see the movie, so I can't.
Even
And I don't
like
watch
the
him
game
either.
that he's renowned for playing, because he's like, well, I used to be a pro gamer in the past, but he had one move that he was renowned for, and it was throwing people in a trash can. None of that's related to Dr. Disrespect.
Mhm.
He didn't even say he was like a tourney. Now, if he'd gone, I was the gamer 2 years back-to-back champion, I could have understood it, but...
Well, let me get the super chats and then get your opinions on the Harry Potter thing, because we didn't get to talk about that because the full cast was announced like right before last week.
Thinking about it, I also don't think they would have put Dr. Disrespect in a kids movie after the
Especially after his
scandals and
thing.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
So even if that was planned that way, I think they've reshot it so that it's not anymore.
Lexicon, thank you for the 2. You should do guests like Epic Mike. We have had Mike on. We have a guest like once a month. If you, I actually have a playlist on here if you want to go back and take a look. But we have had Mike on. Yeah.
We didn't want to be dependent on guests.
Yeah, so we just do like
Or
once,
his hair.
once a month. Well, Disbrew loves.
We
Mike's
don't want to be
hair.
Disbrew
too
is
dependent on Mike's
so
hair.
He's obsessed with Mike's.
Disappointed in
hair.
Mike's performance of this
Wait,
hair
He's never
shake.
done the
Should-
wiggle properly
let's-
since.
Let's show them the 1998.
This is the wrong wiggle. It's always the wrong wiggle.
Hey,
I want
I'm
to see
vibing.
Mike.
this is my
Like,
vibe.
wiggle his
Let me
hair.
come in.
Yes.
It's not
And
the same.
I went to Orlando and Vegas, both of which Mike was meant to be going to, and he didn't. So there were 2 opportunities to get the correct wiggle, and we failed. And from his corner, he's viewed a lot of upsetting things in his time.
Mentrix, thank you for the New Zealand 10. If being in space for a couple minutes makes you an astronaut, then I'm.
Yeah, I've heard that joke before about the same thing. Yeah,
Hey, I'm a boob expert too now.
it's like you are what you eat. Like Pedro Pascal's a pussy.
Oh,
I thought it was
that was a good one.
Yeah, I know.
That was a good one.
I was trying to think of a person, but I just kept thinking of Pedro Pascal. I was like, well,
He's like, those
you know,
boots
I'm-
are gonna
I'm
live
sure-
rent free in
I'm-
my head for at least a month.
I'm sure it's happened with his wife once.
there we go. I was gonna say that, but
Oh, there we go. If being in space for a couple minutes makes you an astronaut, then Pedro Pascal is a Pascal. Austin Harn for $4.99. Say what you want about Michael Bay. Optimus Prime transforming underneath the overpass still holds up as one of the best CGI shots in cinema.
Yeah. A lot of people have been like, I've always liked the Transformers movies. Well, at least the first ones, and then they're kind of all the same movie, so you get okay, a bit more of the same.
Well, repetitive, but
I have no problem
Yeah.
with Michael Bay making a movie and just blowing everything up. I think that's what
That's
I want in
entertaining.
movies. I want
That's what he
everything
wants
to
to go
blow.
to the. That's what he
Have
wants
you
to
ever-
see in the theater. That's what
have you ever
those are the
seen-
movies that you go to the theater for the
Yes,
surround
but I
sound
want like the big
explosions, the
show.
action. I want to
'Cause-
see something that I can't see on my little screen.
Well, it's if you want a good like in-depth story, I would rather have it in television because you've got more time to tell it properly and you go more in depth with everything. When I go to a movie and it's a short thing, I just want big, massive explosions all over the place. Have you ever seen?
me too.
People did parody if Michael Bay went to buy a pint of milk and he's walking down the road just pointing at cars and they're exploding, and then he goes in and just explodes. Then he gets the milk out of the fridge and the fridge explodes behind him. It looks amazing. Everything is better with explosions.
Yes.
I agree.
Lexicon for 2. Do a setup. Wait till you're 50. Well, that's when I guess you just gotta watch the carbs, huh?
But, I mean, if you've been doing sit-ups till you're 50, you'd probably be easier to do
Yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah.
actually interesting seeing like patients when they get up off of the table. You can always tell which ones are the fit ones. I'm not
Mhm.
saying for sick people, okay? That's a different category, but like for like little things, and you're like they're sitting up and they're like
Like the
struggling to get up.
paraplegics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
You're like, I can't believe you can't
They're
even get
out
up
of
off
breath
the
just
table.
from sitting up.
No, but like say they come in for like a foot thing and they're like struggling to even sit up. I'm like, ooh, maybe you need to exercise. There's a lot of people who come in with like lower back injuries. And if you just exercise a little bit, you might actually not have pain there.
Yeah, I have heard that a lot of people with back problems, if you just exercise all the muscles and everything, sort it out for you.
Mhm. Absolutely. So a little bit of walking every day, like it's insane. Gary and Chris love their walks, like 5-mile walks daily. It's good for them.
Oh,
used
yeah,
to
I
walk
love-
all over the
I-
place till my knee went. It was
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
I will consider exercise maybe next week once I am healthy again, which I can't wait. 'cause
She'll
it's
get back
really
to
warm.
it. Yeah. All right. So, what are your thoughts? I know X-Ray. Have you watched? You're into Harry Potter, right? Watch some
I
movies
like
and stuff.
Potter. I'm listening to all the Harry Potter audiobooks right now. I'm on book 3
Okay.
when I go to bed, so it takes about a month or 2 to get through a book.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I read like almost the whole first book, and I've seen most of the first movie, but I never got into it. But what do you guys think of this casting? Now, I'll say I think John Lithgow's a great actor, but he's like really up there in age. I don't know how many.
He has to be
but
alive for a decade at least.
I don't know how many like seasons they're gonna do is what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say he's bad casting, but
I
maybe
would.
they should have gotten a bit like for his acting. I mean, but they should have
I
gone
know.
younger.
I know it's not
Um,
that. I agree with J.K. Rowling's thing for the movies that it's an English. Well, it's
Yeah,
a British
she
school, so it
wanted
should have
only-
British people in it.
English
Oh.
people.
So I
Okay.
like the no American rule. Whereas now I think it's an American company making it. So like, well, of course we could have Americans in it. It's like, no. It's the same with anything. If you want something to feel of the place, it has to be full of things from the place.
Yeah.
And there weren't many Americans in school over here. It just did
Yeah.
not happen.
I, think
I mean, the casting doesn't bother me, except for one.
Snape.
Yeah, and the book really, as we've heard so many times, just it really describes his look: sallow skin,
Yeah.
black hair. Like, is he gonna have dreads or something, or is
Well,
he
that's the,
Probably not. He's probably just.
well, they do like
I
to
don't
do
know.
that though.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
like to change the hairstyles because they
striking.
put him in there specifically for his ethnicity, so they like to represent it fully. But the thing with it is, for me as well, people have been on about, oh well, now we've got kind of lynching allegories and stuff in there, none of which is related to British anything. This is all American impositions onto the English stuff, and so I don't think it will feel like the setting because now you've got all of this new baggage put onto a thing when it just doesn't belong.
it's going to be very interesting because if these are just like peripheral B characters, what are the A characters going to be? And are they going to make any reaches or claims? And like these kids, I don't know if they can accept what is coming for them on what the franchise is going to put on their shoulders. If they put like a black girl for Hermione, right? Like she's going to get a lot of hate.
Justifiably so.
Yeah.
I don't get
Well,
along with, well, it's a kid. No, you did it. You
They
put
did
them
that
up there. It's your
for
choice.
like
Yeah.
they're working on like an animated thing too, right? Like I seen Blab share it, and they made Hermione black in it.
Oh, I don't
think
know about that.
I think there's a few things. Wasn't there a theater play as well where she was?
Something, yeah.
something.
I don't know if
the
it was
theater
actually
play,
a
I heard
show,
about
but
that.
Yeah.
Theater, I'm
hold
a
on, let me
little
see if I
loose
can
with
find it.
sometimes if it's like the better person, especially with singing, like that type of talent. If you can't find a good singer and actress for it.
Of course, you could find a good singer and actress that looks the same. This is all
No,
singing
for
and acting
theater
aren't
though. Like I'm okay with like.
I'm sure there were
reaches like
plenty of
that.
people that look like Hermione that can sing. It's not hard to do. No, it's all ideologically done. Like they go into this thing thinking, no, we're going to swap this. Because it's the whole thing. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't put so much effort into changing everything. It's actually easier to find somebody that looks like the correct characters than not.
Well, especially with a huge following like this, I definitely agree with the fact that like you could find someone that matches these descriptions to a T.
Yes. Well, we've always done it in the past. Like, if this isn't difficult.
Ooh, I also want them to make is it Tom Felton as Lucius Malfoy? That would be a great casting. I think.
It's just like, I don't know who Lucius.
Is that like the older
Malfoy's dad?
Okay,
it's the dad.
I figured.
And what's the guy's name?
That. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on.
I think it's Tom Felton.
Oh, is he the heartthrob that I keep hearing about?
The blonde one,
Neville.
right?
No, he's the blonde one, and then Neville is the one that went from like kind of derpy looking to like really hot when he grew older.
Okay, yeah, I heard one of them had like a glow up.
Yeah, like... Neville Longbottom had the glow up.
Okay.
Yeah, absolute glow up. I mean, the Malfoy character, he always kind of looked cute in my opinion, but yeah, we would not have seen that with Neville Longbottom whatsoever.
It is interesting though, as Ryan said before, that J.K. Rowling hasn't talked about this at all. It's a massive, well, it's the biggest thing happening for her IP at the moment, and she hasn't commented.
It's official. It's artwork for a new edition of a book release.
That looks like Parvati Patel, or one of the Patel sisters.
They've got the same chin.
Is that Ron and Hermione then?
In fact, they've got the same face. They've just changed the nose and the mouth.
And the hair. And the skin color.
Well, no, I mean, what they've done is it's like anime where they make multiple characters all have the same thing and they just change what the hair is.
Yeah, it's like that one art style that I'm not a fan of, where I think everything looks the same. Yeah. So yeah, it's for a new edition of a book. That's what it was.
Interesting.
I had to really deep dive Blab's tweets a lot. Well, this was April. But to be fair, this was like almost 20 days ago.
8th.
Yeah.
She tweets a lot in a month. That cow.
This Peru probably tweets way more.
Yes. Yeah.
You've been tweeting a lot lately too. I love it.
I'm trying to tweet more.
I had like a 10-hour wait in an airport. I tweeted a lot that day.
You can tell when you're bored and not making a video.
That's when he goes on Twitter. Okay, so
when I do the research for videos, you normally find all the research for stuff on Twitter. I'm like, look, what is this?
It is research. Every morning I'm on my phone researching, seeing what the news was overnight.
Mm-hmm. It's like my note-taking app. It's just posting tweet threads.
I take breaks. Like I go like days without going on social media, and then I go on and I'm just like, whoa, and then like bookmark. But that's why this works. Like I might miss something, and one of these guys catch it, so that's good. But okay, I like this idea that X-Ray put in our chat earlier.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this video because it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta share. I forgot the tab so that it doesn't. share
'Cause,
my
like,
echo.
I'm sure we've thought of something like this in our lives, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll do it, but we're gonna do it. So it's who I know, Amaranth, gross, whatever. But the idea is funny, and I want to know what the chat has to think about this. Like your 3, and I want to know these guys 3. We're gonna go with like celebrities because obviously, like, we're not gonna go people in your personal life. So we asked Amaranth to name 3 people she wants on her team in a zombie apocalypse. And I'm gonna say I don't really believe her list. I think she's just doing it,
For the funsies.
Yeah. So this is her list of 3 people she would want on her team during a zombie apocalypse.
3 people you'd want on the team in a zombie apocalypse.
I think probably The Rock. I feel like he has hopefully had actual training.
Zombie experience.
Hopefully.
Actual zombie.
Andrew Tate. I feel like
What?
with him, he seems to be.
He's mostly he can fight.
So we can just combine him
He
with,
was
a
with
prof- he was a
Tristan. You know, I
professional
feel like they're like
fighter.
one person. Who else would
Okay.
be the third one? Oh, Trump. He dodges bullets. It's a good one to have.
The zombies don't shoot.
Those zombie shooters, yeah.
Not that you know of.
3 people you'd want on the
Not
team
that
in
you
a
know
zombie
of.
I think.
Yeah, okay. I thought that list. I get. Okay, the first 2, sure. I was actually thinking the same thing. She doesn't have the filters on. Sorry, that's being mean, but I was thinking the same exact thing. So
No, yeah,
Um,
when she's got her own photographs and she can control the lighting, the photographer, the makeup, everything else.
Yeah. So I'll say mine because I thought about it a little bit, and I just now, while this was playing, thought of my third. First off, Richard Madden for reasons.
You're not just fighting zombies, you've got to repopulate the earth.
Exactly, and I'm willing to do that if I have to marry
It's like
Richard
that-
Madden.
look, that is a
Listen,
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
If I have to
was-
marry him and repopulate, I will do it for the world.
This
and
is
that-
so brave.
I know. Thank you.
Brave,
thank
so
you.
stunning.
That's the hero
kid.
we need.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you see it the way I see it. And then second, I feel like, I don't know why this came to mind, but I feel like Michelle Rodriguez would be good to have on your team because she seems like she would just be chopping heads off. Like she seems like she's a beheader.
Like,
Like
she's
she'll
really-
just
like a kick. She fights really well in those. She was a SWAT that the movie
would-
I'm doing my
Resident
part.
Evil.
Yeah, I was going to say she was in Resident Evil. Yeah, that's what you've done. You've watched the Resident Evil movies and God, these people have trained. They already know what the zombie apocalypse is going to be like.
And then
That's why I want
third-
Mila Jovovich. It's like-
Oh yeah, she can fly by like Resident Evil 10. Okay.
And then third, I couldn't think of like a third because I was trying to do just what would pop into my head and not really think about it. But I think someone like Shane Gillis because he's funny. Like you gotta laugh. The world's ending. Like you need someone to be the comic
What is
relief.
these choices?
They're my
The
choices.
first one because I want to bang him. The second one because he makes me laugh. Not a single one of these has been, I actually think they'd protect me and save my life.
Michelle Rodriguez. She's gonna chop heads off.
Yeah, in a movie.
I don't know. She looks like she's probably like tough in real life. That's why I picked her. She seems like she's like actually like kind of tough.
I
Yeah.
expected everyone to at least choose some like 6'8" Chad. It was like
I was
he
trying
can
to
just
think,
be
but
the
it's like,
god.
it's just like you said, like my list is kind of a joke list, except for Richard Madden. Like, okay, he's
I
definitely
am
on the list.
100% serious about marrying him.
Very serious.
I will repopulate the earth.
This is your chance, Wicked.
Yeah, the rest of the earth's got a declining birth rate, but I'll make up for it. It was-
If we're being like serious, it's like when you think about celebrities, like who do we know that actually could probably fight? You know what I mean?
I have actually fight, but I'm gonna wait for Disparu to make
Let him
his
do his
list. I
list?
have
Okay.
I have a list already.
Well, my first one would be Lizzo
What?
because she's fat and I can outrun her. So
I mean,
if it-
hey,
if
He's
the
like
zombies,
Brenda.
if the
Brenda
zombies
from
ever
Scary
come for
Movie,
us,
like let her annihilate her so I can
Yeah.
get out of here.
she will buy you a lot of time, right? Like at the moment they got her, they're gonna be there for a while, so you can easily escape the zombies.
Ian gets it.
The next one would be a 7'3" guy I met in my hotel.
It's supposed to be celebrities.
I don't know. I think he is a celebrity. He looked like a
the
celebrity.
mountain. You can
I-
choose the mountain.
Oh,
What's his
yeah.
name?
I think he was something to do with WrestleMania, but I just went, how tall are you? I was 7'3". I was like, Jesus.
Okay, a
I just walked
wrestler.
off.
Okay.
Yeah, he was built like a brick shithouse, and he was like 7'3". It was ridiculous. And I think he was with a guy who was like 5'4". So you saw the
Oh my
height difference
God.
even more. It was
The poor
wild.
little guy.
Yeah. So some kind of 7'3" like muscular wrestling dude, so he could just beat the crap out of everything. And the third one would probably be, I would go with the Wicked one for the third option. So you'd end up with some kind of younger version of Mila Jovovich or Angelina Jolie.
Oh.
Or, yeah, like
Sydney
I say, the younger
Sweeney?
version. Yeah, Sarah Shahi, Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
See,
One
he's
to
doing his
occupy your
part just like
time.
me. He
It
will
wouldn't be
marry
Sydney
one of
Sweeney.
these
Well,
girls
Syd-
and repopulate
Sydney-
for the world, not for him, for the
You
world.
might be able to swap out Sydney with Lizzo because she's still got a lot of meat on her, just in different places.
She's top heavy.
Yeah. So she's easy to push over if need be. So even if she's faster than you, you can just give her a shove. She'll fall on her. Well, she won't fall on her face. She will be protected from that.
She'll
But
fall on her
she'll-
her bags.
Yeah, if
her
anything, she'll
airbags.
fall over, bounce backwards onto her back, and then the zombies will get it.
Just Rouge is like,
Yes, this
Yeah.
is the super tall that guy that played the mountain, Thor Bjornsson.
okay.
I have Thor Bjornsson. That could be your 7 foot something guy. Have you
Mhm.
seen pictures of him and his wife?
No.
Is she tiny? I bet she's tiny.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find
Honestly,
some.
everybody probably looks tiny next to him, though. She could be like 5'7" and still probably
No, but
look tiny.
I have seen women have a go at women married to tall men because they're like, well, I'm 5'11", I can't go with all these other blokes. And then there's some kind of 4'11" woman takes the 7'5" guy. Oh, my
okay.
god.
But sometimes tall guys like little girls too, like little short girls. I mean, sorry, like little
Yeah,
women.
I've seen, yeah, because they're
it's
like,
like
why are you stealing all the tall people from me?
Yeah.
He's so big. Like she's the size of his leg. Which leg? I don't know.
His third leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, okay.
They
Well,
have a kid.
we'll ask the chat. Ladies, do you prefer like really tall guys or normal? And men, do you prefer mini ladies? Or
So I used to be of the camp that would like be like, oh my god, I want someone tall, like the 6 foot, blah 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 blah. There's been like, and I've heard this from a girl, and I learned this a little later on in life. It's like I prefer someone who's around my height because
Not me.
They just works in bed better. Okay. I may have learned that, at some point in my life, but hey. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
the height anymore.
I think the height thing is more of an instinctual, he will protect me kind of thing, rather than logistics.
Potato.
Yeah. Because otherwise you do find that even shorter girls still want somebody tall, not just because it's not taller than them. They want somebody who's taller than most people because that's when they feel most protected. It's like this guy has to be able to beat up everybody else in the room. Is what they want.
Yeah. I'm not a mini girl, Heaven Brew. I'm like 5'7". I'm pretty tall.
Means 570 feet tall.
Yeah. Anyways, so my list. Okay, after I watched that clip and sent it, I thought about like real hard who I wanted on my team. So the very first thing was, do you remember the Bear Grylls show where he
Yeah.
like goes and takes a sheep, inverts it inside out, and it becomes like a sleeping bag for him, and he takes like things and makes it into food and knows how to do this and which plants to eat? Definitely on my team. And then Keanu Reeves, because he's actually, trained with guns. He's actually knows like tactics and knives. And, he does his own stunts for the most part. Ooh, Jackie Chan would have been good if he was like younger. Just thought of that now. And then kind of on...
I think he would not Jackie, because the Jackie Chan is like movie fighting, not actual fighting. Whereas
I thought
I
he
think
can
he's
actually
actually. I
fight.
think he's actually
No,
trained.
he's actually
though.
trained.
is he? I thought he was trained in like a circus and stuff, wasn't he? That was his.
I don't know.
Am I thinking of someone else? I thought he was raised in a circus. That's why he
Jet
does all the
Li,
stunts and
maybe?
stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that Jackie
I think Jet
Chan-
Li's the fighter. I thought Jackie Chan was.
Okay, I just need a
Oh,
fighter.
I don't
Give me
know.
one of them Asian fighters.
One of
Well, no,
those.
Not
I was thinking
Simu Liu.
Give me
Keanu
one of
is better.
those.
Keanu is better because he's genuinely trained with, like, he's genuinely good at guns. So yeah, I think he'd be better in the zombie apocalypse.
Donnie Yen would be another good one. Yeah. And then Mark Wahlberg, because he also seems pretty fit.
Oh yeah,
He's crazy.
That's-
Yeah.
that's why.
This boy wakes up at like 4 a.m. and starts working out and eats a bunch of food. He'll have to change his body type a little bit, but he's fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing to have, though? Someone that needs a load of food?
No, he'll change his body over time. I think.
My like 7-foot guy, he's gonna eat a lot.
But
Yep.
yeah, probably. And then my joke would have been like Chris Evans or John Hamm, because I've heard they have a big pickle.
Yeah, it doubles up if the zombies get to you. They've got a lot to snack on.
It's a shared
Oh.
stack, guys. I brought my stack with us.
This is like, you've only got 3 people. They've got to pull double duty. You know?
But don't use pickle, okay? It's mine.
Just the rest of him. I'll take this. I need to make a cast out of it.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't really think of my list except for Richard Madden. When you said that, I was like, you know,
Like, if I have to think of like the hottest celebrity male that I'd want, oh, I don't even know.
it's okay.
I can't choose.
There's too many.
There's too many people.
There's actually not a lot of hot celebrities nowadays.
Not now, but I think you can take like a younger version.
Like
Like,
this
I
crew.
used to-
Do you want? He wants young
Like,
Angelina Jolie.
Ryan Reynolds in Blade Trinity made me know I was a woman and that liked men. Like, you know. You guys know the scene.
He fixed you.
I mean, not that he fixed me. It's like I went through puberty almost.
At that time.
We're so
That was the
different.
first time everything kicks off. So, my ovaries just exploded.
Oh, so that's what it's like to like a man. Don't tell me there wasn't a enlightening scene or whatever that made you feel that way too, Chad, okay?
Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. I was like, it was the shirt scene, like where he's like, oh, and he takes off his glasses, and I was just like, oh, boys are kind of cool. Like, boys are cool. They're chill. Whatever. I'm gonna marry Peter Parker.
Oh, but I don't
No
like
shame.
Ryan Reynolds now, okay, guys? Just putting it out there.
Oh, now you found out what he's actually like.
Well, like I said, it was a character in a movie, and you're just like, he's funny and he's like being
Well, what
kind of
happens-
cute or hot.
Stripped of his current personality, and it's just the body wise. Yes or no?
No,
Ryan?
no.
Oh, so he's
Not-
aged
not-
out.
Yeah. I heard he's very wafy too. Like
I wouldn't be
he
surprised.
doesn't look fit. Like he's like very
Not anymore.
like lanky. So yeah. Oh, Hemsworth. Yeah. One of the Hemsworths. A lot
She
of the
doesn't care which.
Chris's.
She's not.
A lot of
worthy.
the Chris's
Anything-
out there.
Anyone from that lineage.
Like Chris
Yeah.
Pine, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. What is the Guardians of the
You
Galaxy
have a
one?
type, and it just seems to be any Chris's. It's not even anyone with the letter C as a name. It's just Chris.
Chris?
Like you would have said-
Oh, Chris Pratt.
the only person that would sort a dating pool alphabetically.
Oh.
Okay, let me
not-
get. What? You say something?
I'm not saying it out loud. Never mind.
Oh.
Not Chris Jenner. Ew.
Ew.
Wrong gender.
That's a K and a C.
Maybe she could fix you. She-
Not
oh,
walking.
It only,
Oh no.
it only takes the right scene.
Oh, Henry Cavill. How did we not remember him?
Because he's not named Chris. That's why. You're gonna have to change his name by default.
You know
before
what? It's the short arms. He can't reach and hit things as much.
So
the
I
T-Rex
don't think
arms.
he's. We've already talked about this. I'm not a Henry Cavill. Like I'm not super attracted to him. He's good looking, but he's not. I have a different kind of type. So, but most girls do. He's like
yours. People named Dave. It was like we've had Chris. Now we've got Dave.
no Richard Madden.
Oh, sorry.
You
Only the dicks.
Okay, you know what? On that
Kind of walked
note,
into that one.
I did. So I'm like, I can't even say anything. I totally did. Lexicon, thank you for another 2. Funny, Snape straightening his hair each morning. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Every morning he wakes up with an afro and he's like, sigh, and he goes in with the hair straighteners.
Jedi for 2. They should have cast
I think
Was
it's
it
Papa Esidu.
Esidu.
as Sirius Black. Was this Harry Potter?
Yeah. Sirius Black is like his godfather
Oh.
to Harry Potter.
Oh, okay, got it. Black Kane for 5. Keanu, he is a legit good shot. I was thinking of
Mhm.
him actually. After training for John Wick, Tom Cruise can run for days and is compact, and the dude from Survivor Man.
Yeah, you can hide Tom Cruise in a
That's-
matchbox and just carry him with you.
I thought Keanu, but I was like, I wonder. I wasn't sure if he actually did legit training, but also
Oh, he
just seems-
did.
we're gonna switch out Michelle Rodriguez on mine for Keanu because I really didn't think mine through. Because he just seems like a really nice person too. Like he'd be great to just sit and have a conversation with as well. Like he'd just be nice company.
Let's see. There's a video of Keanu doing target practice.
Oh yeah,
for-
there's that range. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find.
No, he is genuinely good with all the guns and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
like he actually knows how to use them. Ready? Oh,
Cue the
Like,
sound
look at-
off. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but okay.
like look at him.
Okay,
Like,
he
that's
looks
so
like
fast.
yeah, he looks like he could handle a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
That looks like so much fun. I want to do that. I just want to go shoot things. It'd be so much fun.
Like he can change targets so quick, and like that's impressive.
Yeah, and you can do
Anyways.
all the reload, like legit do all the reloads. It's not fake for the movie.
So pretty cool.
And when you said that he's a nice person, there's loads of stories about him. Like just
From
they will
other
lose him on
people.
the set, and he's just randomly talking to a homeless person because he used to be homeless, and so he knows what they're going through and stuff. They just find him talking to like random people. And there's loads of pictures where on his birthday he used to get like an ice cream cone from a certain place, and he would just go there and sit across the street on the floor and eat it.
Aw.
Like,
Well,
so
and
wholesome.
he's taken pay cuts so that other people can
yeah.
get paid more.
multiple
is-
times.
Really sweet, because he's not like it's not like he's not rich.
There was a story that I read yesterday, and what is this? It's the one where he's a lawyer, devil's advocate, and in that, the other guy, Al Pacino, is it, wanted a higher pay cut to do the movie, so he took less. Then Al Pacino found out and donated the rest of his money to charity, so they were paid the same. When he found out he'd taken less for him, so. And I also think in the John Wick movies, I think he took a pay cut so that he could have the writers and stuff on the set to make the movie better.
Good lad. Like people like that.
Like he
Yeah.
always buys the crew and everything at the end. I think he buys them loads of gifts because he's like,
Yeah,
"No,
like
you're the ones that actually
motorcycles
make
and
the movie."
stuff. And
Didn't
yeah.
he like, get Rolexes for like the staff that had like some emblem or not? What is it called when they put like writing on it, engraving
Yeah.
on it to signify that time.
He's always giving the gifts. And there's a video of, you know, the stair scene in the last movie, really massive load of stairs. All the crew are carrying up the stuff, and then you've just got Keanu next to them with his own bags carrying them up, and people are coming up to him like, you shouldn't be doing this, you can't carry this, and he just waves them off. He's like, no, everyone else is doing it, I'll do it. So he gets stuck in.
Yeah, what a good lad.
Yeah. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for 5. Disparu, if we are using the assumption that zombies eat brains, Lizzo may not be the distraction you are thinking of.
Yeah, I've not considered zombies eating brains. for a while. I always think they eat the flesh. I don't know which is the more traditional one. Are they meant to be
It's
eating brains?
flesh because then that's how you get the disease.
Yeah,
right?
I've always thought, because I think the zombies still have their brains essentially, although I don't think we've even really gone into it. But yeah, I always think of them eating the bodies, and so you just want meat.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike's hair.
Ian so forth for 50 pounds. I would have Disparu, Pedro. How do you say her name again? That's the girl, right?
No, it's a bloke. And
Oh, it is.
It's
It's
pronounced
the guy
Shooty
from Doctor Who.
Doctor
Never
Who.
mind.
Yeah, it's pronounced Shooty Gatwa, but I always call him Cutie Gatwa.
And I'm in the
I'm like-
corner watching. He's
That would be a horrific abomination of a TV series. It's just us three locked in a room with Ian giving us challenges. He's like Saw. It was like, you will escape this by actually trying to get on in a topic for an hour.
Hero coming for 2 pounds. Thank you. Lizette Anthony and 3 up, 2 down. Who's that?
I don't know what that is.
I imagine it's a TV series.
Or a movie? Let's see.
I imagine also the younger version. She is 61
Oh, I know who this
now.
is. Okay. Yeah, but was she the one that was on the Three Musketeers with Kiefer Sutherland?
It was a BBC One sitcom in the 80s.
Oops.
Oh, a picture.
I don't know if that was her. She kind of looks like her. I don't know.
Well, I can.
Sorry, I'm like deep diving now just because like my brain needs to know if that was her or not. Like I have to find out. I don't think so. I'm not seeing it unless I'm skimming over it. She kind of looks like that lady though. Gary Thomas for 5. If I had to choose 3 celebrities in an apocalypse, it would be Shohei Ohtani. I don't know if I said that right. Wesley Snipes, younger, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, once again younger.
Yeah,
Respectable choices.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is good in case vampires also return. Like you're prepared.
With the zombies. Imagine zombies and vampires. That's a lot.
That's a mix. AP for 5. Saucy Crew, I invite you to the range if you want to shoot. I have most of the toys he uses in John Wick. Really? That's awesome.
Where do you live? Might need to know that first.
Yeah.
I just
If
like
you don't
that in
want
the
to put
last
it in
movie.
chat, that's okay.
He had a handgun that had like spikes on the front that someone designed. It's like, well, if you run out of ammunition, you start hitting them with the gun. Like, I think something's gone horribly wrong by that point.
Michigan. Oh, that's close. Okay. Respect.
Respect.
I like.
She only
I like
respects
shooting
people
guns.
She respects people by geographic location. If you're
Yes.
near her, you get more respect. than
If
being
you
further away.
are the further away you are. Hey, as someone who has to travel almost everywhere to see
Yeah.
anybody, I mean, just
She
for knows, I
does.
guess.
Really
Yeah,
long. Well,
he's like, yeah.
is that you do really long trips as well, so you'll go away for a month, 2 months at a time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go
And
see everybody.
I would so hate to have to like how you do it, where it's like 2 to 3 flights to get places.
Well, I've only flown direct to Orlando and Vegas now. Yeah, I realized the 2-flight rule. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't like layovers if I don't need to, but
No, me
there's
neither.
sometimes you can't. You can't. Like it always bothers me, especially like my San Antonio flights. I always seem to go Denver and then back over to Toronto, or like super far east to like New York and then back. It
Yeah,
makes
it was
no
like
sense to me.
It was like the first Vegas trip. Went to Orlando first, then Vegas, and it added like 5 or 6 hours to the trip. It was not a straight line at all.
No. So only straight flights if you can get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate layovers. Especially when it's somewhere that's like not too far and you're stuck like for hours in like another state just to go like an hour further. It's like, why do we have to stop? Just take
Part of me kind of likes that though, because if you miss, like, say you've got an hour or 2 hour layover, if your flight's delayed, which could quite easily be done by a couple of hours, you miss the entire flight. So, I'd kind of prefer the extra buffer just waiting in the airport, whether I need it or not. Just as
And if you have lounge access, you could go to the lounge, get free food and drinks.
I did that with I've done that a couple times with the Bright Line train in Florida, where you pay like you get the extra, you can sit in the lounge, and you
Mhm.
even like the area you sit in, like on the train itself, is very comfortable, and they give you food and stuff. It's nice.
Oh my God, Ian.
Ian, okay, for 50, thank you, Ian.
He's in the
I've
corner
changed-
again.
He's like, hold on,
No,
real
he's-
quick, and then now he's back in the corner.
I'm back to
changed
back.
I've changed my mind. It's just me and Keanu Reeves back to back with pistols, rushing out and blasting zombies while "Dream On" by Aerosmith blasts.
Dream on,
Yeah.
dream
The
on.
Sounds
issue with this is
a
if you're
great
back to back
action
in a
movie.
corner, one of you's running into the room and the other one's running straight into a wall. So I'm not sure that's gonna work.
He thought this through. Okay, it's gonna
Maybe
work.
he wanted front to back.
You'd have to be side to side and then run out into the room together.
And they also have unlimited bullets or
Yeah.
ammo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've got the cheats on. And they've
They've
found
got
out
the
the cheat
cheats
codes
on.
for society. Yeah.
yeah. For Ian is now American.
He is drunk enough, he's now become Texan.
Yes.
It's not a far stretch. They like their alcohol down in Texas too, okay?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's getting to that time. So
3 hours blew by so quick. Holy crap.
Always does.
I know. What do you have going on this week, X-Ray?
This week I am gonna get back to streaming. I took kind of a week off to rest and die in bed. I did get this because you guys know I love my pickle goal. I got this dill pickle garlic. I think
In a
it's garlic.
pouch?
Dill
Why are they put-
flavored. I don't know why it's in a pouch,
Yeah.
but we need to hit pickle goal so I can eat this. Okay. Yee! Yeah. And the last time I did a stream by myself, I only lasted like an hour. So
Aw.
I
Yeah, well.
want to get back. I miss gaming. I wanted to play Oblivion, but I'm like, all I want to do is a cozy game. I don't want to think. So
Yeah.
I was playing Schedule 1 anytime I just didn't want to be in bed. So I'm excited. Yay.
What about you, Disparu? What movie reviews, show reviews?
The next thing is Doctor Who. It's already out. I need to go and watch it after this and then get the review out. Because I've been traveling, so I haven't had time.
Yeah, been busy.
Yes. After
Okay.
that, I don't know.
All right. Well, I have my stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then just like some gaming streams during the week. Wicked's World on Thursday. And if you're not, I have it in the pinned comment. If you're not following my vlog channel, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up in the next couple weeks over there. So if you're interested in that, take a look. I'm almost at 800 over there. I know I haven't put a lot of content out lately, but there's stuff coming. Really cool stuff. And that's it.
Cool beans.
It's good to be back. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight,
I miss
guys.
you guys.
I know.
Because like,
and-
I'm so glad you're back. Now my calendar works again. It's like,
I know.
I won't think it's
Back
next
on
Tuesday.
schedule.
My life is lost without you. Thank you for loving us that much, Wicked.
I know. No Saturday stream. I'm like, what day is it? Are we?
It like resets her entire calendar.
All
All right. I'm gonna send you guys over to Vara. She's playing. Is she playing Oblivion? She's playing something. I forgot. I didn't look when I clicked. I just seen that she was live. Send
Probably
you guys over there.
Oblivion.
Probably Oblivion.
Oblivion.
So we will see you guys next week. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah.